100.9 Light FM and CashValleyDaily.com. Brought to you by Adams Wealth Advisors, Great Basin Graphics, McDonald's, Logo Shop, Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, Napa Auto Parts, Castelite, Les Olson Company, DD Auto Salvage, Cache Valley Auto Care, Logan Cash Rich Credit Union, H&J Countertops, Salala Painting, and Cache Valley Daily. Now, it's time for the Green Canyon Wolves on 100.9 Light FM.
Good morning, Cache Valley. It's good to be with you for one final Friday. Stockton Jewkes joined by Adam Loertscher to my right, live from Rice Eccles Stadium on the campus of the University of Utah. It's a beautiful day for some state championship football. That's exactly what we're going to get. Adam, it's a huge day for the Wolves, their first state championship appearance in program history, but it's JT's third year in a row being here on the big stage. What are we looking for out of those boys?
Man alive, I think what we're looking for is just to kind of see that hustle and that effort that we've seen from Green Canyon all season long. You know, going back to some of the other games, you know, you can hear me and Stockton kind of talk about, man, what isn't clicking, right? You think a lot of the offense a lot of times, but at the end of the day, this team just has heart and they've got the grit, and I think a lot of that comes down to what the coaching staff and Coach JT especially has brought to the Green Canyon program, and just kind of that dog in the fight. And I want to see that tonight. I want to see that in droves, because I think that's going to be a difference maker here today.
The Wolves have finished their campaign to this point at a 10-3 clip. It was 2-3 in Region 11, arguably the toughest region in 4A football, and their only three losses coming to Mountain Crest, Ridgeline, and Skyview, who they eventually did upset in the quarterfinals of the playoffs. That game was 36-32, sealed by a Carter Stembridge last-minute interception. And then it was a 21-0 rout of the Park City Miners last Thursday here at Rice Eccles. Talk to me about that game, Adam. We're going to need to see a defense like that again today.
Yeah, I think that's going to be super important. If you look at some of the stats that Crimson Cliffs has been putting together, usually they're averaging 46 points a game. That is a massive advantage if the Crimson Cliffs offense is able to do what they want to do, what they've been able to do all season long. Now, on the flip side, let's look at it. Green Canyon only scores maybe about 20.7 points a game. Now, that I think we were pleasantly surprised last week of how well the offense played, and I think we're going to see a lot of that similar stuff together. I think Peyton Wilson and his receivers, especially, some standout seniors like Dewey Egan, like Tanner Farron, we're going to see a lot more of them today, and I think that connection between quarterback receiver is going to be essential in today's game.
So we're about 10 minutes away from kickoff here as we are still awaiting the team's arrivals on the fields. Let's go ahead and take a look at who our impact players are going to be today for the Mustangs. You're going to be wanting to keep an eye on Steele Barbin, number 13, the senior quarterback. 3,241 yards on the season, a 43 touchdown to just 6 interception ratio. He's also got 3 touchdowns on the ground, 232 for 347, Adam. And that's usually been the Wolves' soft spot on defense, is that pass defense. That's going to be the key today, is shutting down that air raid.
Yeah, especially I think in the middle of the field. We've seen a couple teams over the games this season if to find that groove in the middle of that soft spot of this zone defense that Green Canyon often plays. Crimson Cliffs is going to be able to take advantage of that, and they're just going to be able to get those medium chunk yardage plays that are just going to keep the ball moving forward, and then eventually, like you were saying, this quarterback is deadly, and he's definitely made a name for himself here in the state of Utah. Wouldn't be surprised if he's willing to throw it out to the backyard. How many yards he's had, how much success he's had over the season. I think, Green Canyon on defense, I think our safeties and our corners will be able to match up well with the receivers, but that's where the quarterback can just make a huge difference if he's just able to put the ball where your defense can't get it at all.
And then for the Wolves, Peyton Wilson had a really good game on Thursday night here at Rice Eccles, threw for 2 touchdowns and ran for 1 as well. He's going to need to go back to the air today, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. He's got to have success in it. I think a lot of momentum is going to be going into this week with last week's victory. And I think that's just going to be huge for Peyton Wilson, just to be able to rely on that and not get overwhelmed with the moment. I was pleasantly surprised last week that Green Canyon, they didn't seem overwhelmed. They seemed very well calm and collected on both sides of the ball. And I think if we can see that today, we're going to be able to keep this a close game and make some magic happen.
So it's really being billed as the best offense in 4A against the best defense in 4A. And that's what I've been saying all week, Adam. I had a chance to talk to some of the guys down in St. George on Wednesday morning about this matchup, and I told them the same thing I feel like I've said the last 6 straight weeks is it's a really good offense on the other side of the football, but they haven't seen a defense like Green Canyon. That team led by Will Wheatley, Carter Stembridge, Tanner Farron. Talk to me about those guys, those seniors that have really been leading this defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, leading this defense. They set the tone early and throughout the game, especially in the second half. We laugh about it, we joke about it during the game, but man alive, a lot of times when Green Canyon is coming out in that second half, they have this new fire, and I think that can be attributed to a lot of the seniors, those names that you just mentioned and countless others that are a part of this team that are making it, hey, the game's not over till it's over, and we're going to come out even better during the second half. I just think it's a really positive thing that you mentioned right there with the seniors.
Here come the Wolves out onto the field on the near sideline here, and they are sending out the seniors one by one. This is a really cool nod to the seniors. Stembridge out there, Wheatley out there, Farron out there, Egan out there, and then here comes the coaches, the captains out there for the coin toss. And those are the 4 boys that you would think you'd pick in this situation.
Yeah, absolutely. They have just been stalwarts this entire season. Whenever you've needed to play, whether it be on offense or defense, those are the guys that you look to, and those are the guys that have come up big this entire season. And so you're absolutely right. What a cool nod to these seniors and the captains of the team. Final game of the year, state championship, everything's on the line. I mean, those are the guys that you want on the field representing Green Canyon football.
Absolutely. Your captains today for Crimson Cliffs, Steele Barbin, the quarterback, number 1, Jace Sweeten, number 11, Boston Adamson, and number 54, Parker Andrus, all 4 of those boys seniors as well. Let's go ahead and see what's going to happen with this coin toss as the rest of the Wolves make their way out onto the field. The cheer squad and the band for Green Canyon is here. A hefty student section for a Friday morning, Adam. I imagine that they're all getting an excused absence, as they should. This is a huge moment for Green Canyon as a school, and it's been a great season to be a Wolf in any sport. We were here in Salt Lake, in Sandy a couple weeks ago to call the Green Canyon Girls Soccer State Championship. They've had a lot of success. Boys soccer won back in May. And Green Canyon's got a chance to be the kings of American and European football in the year of 2023.
I like how you phrased that, the kings of American and European. And like you said, what a great year. What a turnaround year. And I think a lot of this, you build off success of all the sports in your high school. And so, like you said, what a cool thing to have soccer do well, girls soccer, and now the football team just do so well this season. I think it's going to feed into basketball season, into baseball, everything else. You just build off of momentum of all the other teams in a high school.
Speaking of basketball, Green Canyon Wolves are going to get underway on Tuesday night, November 21st at 7 p.m. from North Logan. They'll be hosting the Morgan High Trojans. It is time for our logo shop uniform check. The Wolves are in their all whites with the black helmets, and the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs in the all reds with the red helmets. It's going to be a battle here from Rice Eccles this morning, just past 11 a.m. It's time for the national anthem. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back for kickoff here from the 4A State Championship, live from Salt Lake City. We'll be right back.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit adamswealthadvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
It's back to school time. Booster Clubs, team sports, PTA, any school organization. Call the Logo Shop for uniforms, fan gear, club t-shirts, all customized with your school logo. They're committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Logo Stop, the Logo Shop.
Defense
helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
Good news for all school teachers and students. Logan Cash Rich Credit Union is offering ultra-low interest rates on auto loans and more. Plus, they pay school students for good grades. Inquire at Logan Cash Rich Credit Union. Member-focused, goal-driven.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castilite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays. Witness their indestructible products online at Castilite.com.
Green Canyon High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
The national anthem has been sung, and we are ready to play some football. I want to give a quick shout-out to 85 Jackson Holt with the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs. Just sang with the Crimson Cliffs a cappella group to give us the national anthem. Really cool. We love to see an all-around man. About a minute and a half to go before kickoff here as the Mustangs have taken the field with their flags. Green Canyon here on the near sideline. Beautiful campus of Utah, the University of Utah. And it's a beautiful day for football as well. It's a little chilly out there, but just a couple clouds in the sky, a full sun beaming down on this field, and we're just a little bit before noon. It's probably only going to get warmer. That sun's going to play a factor today in this one, being straight overhead. Still not sure who's going to be receiving this opening kickoff, as the officials have met at midfield here. Adam, if you had to give a score prediction today, what are you going to say is our final score?
Oh, man, I think it's going to be a low-scoring affair. I know that I had mentioned that crap, why am I forgetting their name? Crimson Cliffs. Sorry, excuse me. My bad. A little brain fart there. I know they like to score in droves, but I think, like you said, this Green Canyon defense is just going to come out on top. So I personally am leaning more towards the 14-21 with Green Canyon coming out on top. Kind of score, just because I think that defense is going to play such a big factor. And like you said, I think that this Green Canyon defense is going to come out with all cylinders clicking like they've done all year long, and that the opposing team, just Crimson Cliffs, hasn't seen anything like Green Canyon this season.
Well, and last week, too, for this defense, shutting out a Park City offense that went 11-1 throughout their season and averaged over 30 points per game. That was a real hat hanger of a game for the Green Canyon Wolves, especially on this stage in a semifinal game, a stage in which they've never played on before.
Yep, exactly. And that's something that's super interesting and not a lot of people saw coming, is you want to have that experience. You want to have your players understand, the magnitude of the situation, but not have it be too big. A lot of people were looking at it. Green Canyon haven't been here before. This is going to be completely new. Hey, Park City's the more likely one to come out on top, but Green Canyon shocked the state for sure, and I think we're going to see a little bit more of that today.
Here we go. The Wolves kick off. It's a low kick from Fair, and it's going to bounce and be scooped up at the 3. Here's the return man on the near side for Crimson Cliffs. Hits a man at the 25 and gets taken down at the 26. Good return there for number 7, Caden Garcia-Casey, the junior receiver. And the Cliffs Mustangs are going to take the field at the 27-yard line. It looks like that's where the ball is going to be spotted on the near hash. They are moving from the north to the south, left to right on your radio dial. Barbin comes in the backfield. Looking to throw right off the bat to his left. Long shot taken. Pabst is beaten over the middle. It's an immediate touchdown for Crimson Cliffs. They start the game with a 73-yard pass from Steele Barbin to number 14, Tyler West, that's about the worst way this game could have started, Adam.
Yeah, absolutely. You look at that play, you break it down. Paps just got beat straight up on speed. Paps has shown a lot of growth this season, but in that case, man alive, look out, number 14. He had all the speed in the world, and that I feel like, oh man, a little broadcaster's jinx right there. We might have a high-scoring game, and I might need to be eating my hat here.
Tyler West had 1,177 yards on 64 catches and 16 touchdowns. That's number 17 for him this season. The extra point is up and good. 7-0 Crimson Cliffs, one play into the game.
Well, time to answer. Your defense gets, the defense that we've hung our hat on all season long gets come out and punched right in the mouth. First play of the game. Now it's time for the offense to come out. And maybe you don't necessarily have to do the exact same thing. I mean, I wouldn't mind if you threw a 70-yard touchdown either. But I think if the Green Canyon just come out and play their game, take time off the clock, move the ball down the field, and punch it into the end zone, I think, we're going to have a great game either way. But I just want to see Green Canyon come out and play their game. I don't want to see him get overwhelmed or make silly mistakes just because maybe you feel like you have to. You don't have to just yet. It's incredibly early on in this game. Just play your game and play it smart.
So now on to kick for the Mustangs. Trying to get the number here for the kicker. It looks like number 39. It's Ty Ottenschott. Another senior. Crimson Cliffs, an absolutely stacked team. They added a lot of seniors to their roster this season to really make that offense a really potent one. But they're going to be losing a lot of seniors this offseason. So this is really their window of opportunity here, and they're taking full advantage 16 seconds into this one. Still waiting on the signal to kick, and there is an official out on the field. There's a flag down on the far sideline. It's from the Crimson Cliffs bench. It's going to be a delay of game on Crimson Cliffs.
Okay. That's one of those things. I wasn't even paying attention to the play clock. I
wasn't aware they ran the play clock on a kickoff.
Same.
It's been sitting at 25 for the last several minutes, but now they're going to move the kickoff back to the 35.
Same, yeah. That's super interesting. The game clock's not moving, play clock's not moving. How do you delay a game? Maybe there's a rule, I just don't know. Interesting way to start this offensive possession for Green Canyon.
So Egan's going to get a chance to return. He's the lone return man back there for Green Canyon. The ball's on the far sideline, left side of the field for the kicking team. Dewey Egan on the far hash marks, right side of the field for the return team. It's 7-0 Crimson Cliffs, 11:44 remaining in the first quarter. One pass was all it took for Crimson Cliffs to get on the board, and Green Canyon's defense is going to have to adjust quickly. Here we go. Kickoff finally coming from the 35. It is a high one. Egan's going to take this in at the 10-yard line. Now moving towards the middle of the field, over to the left hash marks. He's got a window, getting around some blockers, across the 35, and pushed out at the 37. Good return there for Egan. That's going to give Peyton Wilson a 63-yard field.
Absolutely. We talk a lot about the speed of Dewey Egan and just how deadly he is, being a receiver and a return man especially. We've seen him take it to the house many a time this season. But I think a lot of that, too, he had blockers, and they were blocking correctly. There weren't any fouls or anything like that.
Some interesting stats up here on the scoreboard at Rice Eccles. Peyton Wilson, 1,805 passing yards now to this point in the season after that Park City game, and Cutler and Oates have combined for over 1,000 on the ground. Oatesy up over 500. Cutler's going to be swarmed in the backfield. He's going to lose a yard there on forward progress. It'll make it 2nd and 11 here on the left hash mark. Clock's going to continue to run now at 11:20.
Definitely think we're going to have to rely on the physicality and the strength of Oates in our running game to keep us competitive throughout this game, just because, he's a hard man to break down. So even though that last play lost a yard or two, you just keep feeding him. He's going to break something out just because that's the kind of player he is.
So 2nd and 11 now for Wilson, brings Shandon Thane across the formation. It's a handoff up the middle for Cutler. He's got a lot of space up to the 45.
Ball loose?
Oh, no. He dropped it. Cutler got hit hard and fumbled on the 45. It's Crimson Cliffs ball at the 49.
I'm interested to see if they show a replay on the big screen. Here we go. Yeah, it just looked like Cutler got Yeah, just helmet directly to the ball. And man alive, I don't care how good you are as a running back. Once that happens, it's incredibly difficult to hold on to the ball. And first turnover of the game goes to Crimson Cliffs.
Mustangs now in prime position to put this game away with more than 90% of it to go. It's 7-0 Crimson Cliffs on the 48-yard line of Green Canyon. 10:50 on the clock. As Barbin's got 3 to his left, 1 to his right. It's a handoff up the middle this time. A huge hole opens up, and a good tackle comes in. That's Calvin Wallace at the 39, a gain of 9.
Calvin Wallace did a really good job of just holding on to that running back, not letting him get any more yards.
Mustangs going quickly right in between the hash marks at the 40. Handoff up the middle. This time Green Canyon's defense swarms the ball. It's going to be a loss of about a half yard. First third down now for the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs coming up. Green Canyon needs a stop here.
Absolutely. You got to come out and you got to punch Crimson Cliffs back after what they've done to you the first 2 possessions of the game.
3rd and 2 here. Barbin with a back behind, 3 receivers out left, 1 to the right. It's another handoff around the right edge, across the 40, slips through a tackle. It's a first down for Crimson Cliffs, pushed out at the 33. Clock will stop.
Yeah, Crimson Cliffs running back number 4 did a really good job of just finding that edge, just feeling it out, and then slipping through a tackle, just an arm tackle that just didn't have a whole lot of strength behind it, able to keep this drive alive for him.
1st and 10 from the Green Canyon 33 on the right hash mark. Barbin looking to throw now to his left, over the middle. That's batted down. Was it caught? It was. It was tipped by Farron and caught by a sliding receiver underneath Farron. What a bad break for the Wolves. Man, they just keep getting bad breaks here in the first minute, 2.5 minutes of this one.
I don't know how the heck that happens. That was just as lucky as you can get.
Green Canyon jumped a little bit, did not break the neutral zone. Play clock's at 10 now. From the right hash mark, Crimson Cliffs inside the red zone for the first time today. Barbin hands it off to the left to number 15, trying to get around the edge, and a good arm tackle there from Colin Gibson to stop McCord Christensen from breaking around that edge. It'll make it 2nd and 6.
Crimson Cliffs have done a really good job of just running the ball this possession. We saw it first offensive possession that they had. They're not afraid to throw it deep, and they've got the speed and the quarterback to make those plays success. But this go-around, they're just going to march with their legs, and they're just going to honestly see what Green Canyon's all about.
Barbin looking to throw to his left now. It's a quick throw, nearly jumped by Pabst, who does get a hand to it. That's going to make it another 3rd down and 6 yards now from the 13-yard line on the left hash mark. The Mustangs are going quickly here. They've got 3 receivers out to the right and a lone man out left. Looks like number 11, Boston Adamson. Adamson on Pabst is going to be that matchup over there on the right side. Egan's down here on the left. Barbin looking to throw on 3rd down. It's a short dump off across the middle. Nobody home for Green Canyon. Easy first down and waltzes into the end zone. It's another touchdown for Crimson Cliffs. No, he stepped out at the 2. Stepped out at the 2-yard line on the left sideline. 8:39 on the clock. It's 7-0 Crimson Cliffs, and they're about to punch it in again.
Yeah, like we had said before, it's kind of that middle of the defense, this soft zone that Green Canyon's playing wide open. He had all the room in the world. Luckily, he stepped out of bounds before stepping into the end zone.
2 receivers out right, 1 receiver out left, and a dual back setup here in the backfield for Barbin on the left hash mark. Takes the snap. It's a handoff up the middle. No, he dropped it! Barbin mishandled the handoff there. It's going to be a loss of 4 back to the 6-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 6. Nearly a big miscue there for Crimson Cliffs already inside the red zone. Now the clock's down underneath 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Barbin still dual backs in the backfield. He's going to hand this one off to the left to Christensen. Good arm tackle there from Carter Stembridge to hold him at the 3-yard line. Clock will continue to run. It's going to be 3rd and goal. In comes Joe Rubio.
Like you said, Carter Stembridge did a really good job of dragging the running back down before he could get into the end zone in a 3rd and goal situation. It's for all the marbles right here.
Rubio over there on the right edge. Barbin's still with 2 backs with him in the backfield. They're on the left hash mark. Ball's on the 3-yard line. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw now is Barbin. One-on-one with Pabst. Good coverage from Pabst, but he had his hands all up in the cookie jar That's going to be an easy pass interference and a new set of downs for Crimson Cliffs.
Yeah, I'm surprised the referee waited that long to throw the flag. I mean, honestly, as soon as the ball was snapped, Paps was getting a little too handsy, and this is going to be PI for sure.
So half the distance to the goal line. It'll be not a new set of downs. It'll still be third down, but only a yard and a half to go here on 3rd and goal. Barbin takes the snap from the left hash. It's a handoff to Christensen up the middle, and he punches it in for another score. It's 13-0 Crimson Cliffs with 7:07 remaining in the first quarter. Less than 5 minutes to go. Crimson Cliffs has already scored twice, and man, oh man, this is looking like it's over before it started.
Yeah, Crimson Cliffs showing, hey, they can walk the talk on the statistics sheet. Hey, we score 40 points a game. They're showing it how they do it. Their offense has just played really well. There haven't been any miscues, maybe besides a bad snap here or there. Overall, really impressed with how well this offense of Crimson Cliffs has been.
The extra point is whistled dead. There is an offside on Green Canyon special teams. Really just everything going wrong here, Adam.
Yeah.
Turnover, 2 touchdowns given up, flags galore. And we are only 4 minutes and 53 seconds into this one.
I mean, that might be the saving grace of it all, is we're only 4 minutes into this game. There's still plenty of time to figure it out and wake up. But this is a pretty big hole that Green Canyon's in right now. 13-0, maybe about to be 14.
The extra point is up and good. It is 14-0.
Yeah, it's like you said. I mean, just things are just not going Green Canyon's way. I go back, if I could put so far what this game has been in one play, it would have been the pass that was broken up, but just a Crimson Cliffs receiver was just under the ball as it was batted down and marked for a complete reception. It's just little things like that. Just haven't gone Green Canyon's way. Want to see them break that pattern in this possession right here.
Now listen, the Wolves have been in a hole like this before. If you remember on the road right before region play started, it was 14-0 at Morgan. The Wolves won that game 15-14. The defense just needed a quarter to wake up. So this one's not over by any means, but I'll tell you what, Adam, I've been telling people this all weekend. If they score more than 3 touchdowns today, I don't think Green Canyon can keep up, and definitely not at this pace.
Yeah, absolutely. Based off of how that first possession went, obviously a helmet to ball, that's a rough turnover. But what's going on here?
Looks like some timeouts now. They're waving the teams back to the sideline. Egan hasn't got the memo yet. Now he's coming back over. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening here. They've taken the teams off the field. Oh, you know what? It must be a media timeout, Adam.
Oh, yeah. Hey, state championship game. Yep, KSL's running a streaming deal, and they like their commercial breaks. And so, hey, more time for us, I guess.
That's weird. I'm not seeing an orange hat out there. Any sort of timer. Anyway, here come the teams again.
I think the big thing, too, we saw a little bit of success. Cutler had a great run before he fumbled the ball. I think you just got to keep feeding your consistent players. Look for Dewey on the outside especially. I know I like to talk about him, but he's just got a lot of speed, and he is a great receiver. And so the more you can find him, I think the easier it's going to be to claw back from this 14-0 deficit.
I think a big special teams play here is one of the only things that could turn the tide at this point. Once again, though, Green Canyon definitely a late game team. So we'll see what happens. This is a short kickoff. They're not going to go to Egan. That's a smart play there from Crimson Cliffs. This one's taken in by Eli Wheatley, who crashes across the 35 on the near sideline. That's reading the scouting report.
100%, yeah. Credit to the coaching staff and getting this Crimson Cliffs team ready for Green Canyon. Keep the ball out of Dewey's hands, especially on returns, like you said. I mean, it's just one of those things. I mean, the less you can keep the ball out of playmakers' hands, the better you're going to be as a team.
So 7 minutes and a second remaining here in the first quarter. It's 14-0 Crimson Cliffs. 1st and 10 Green Canyon from the 36 on the near side hash mark. It's a handoff up the middle to Cutler, and he's going to gain maybe a yard there. Hanging on to the ball this time, it's going to be 2nd down and 9.5. Clock's now down under 7 minutes to go. Farron getting the play call from the sideline here. Wolves are moving right to left. from the south to the north. 2nd and 9. 2 receivers on either side. Now Farron comes across the formation. It's a fake and a throw. Quick slant to Dewey Egan. Goes up and catches that one. Wolves have their first down of the game. Brought to you by the Les Olson Company. Get your free network assessment at lesolson.com. 1st and 10 from the 49, just behind midfield.
Those quick passes where you know who your designated receiver is are crucial for this Green Canyon offense, and that was an example of one, right? I mean, as soon as that play call got called in, you knew it was going to Dewey, and you knew that it was going to be a quick pass, and it worked. You know, you got a new fresh set of downs, move the ball downfield. Probably going to see a lot more of that throughout this game.
1st and 10. Here's Wilson taking the snap. Fake handoff. He's looking to throw. Over the middle of the field now, throwing it outright and way overhead of Carter Stembridge. He took a shot behind the play there. And there's a flag down. That's going to be a roughing. Roughing the passer on the late hit. It was 1st and 10 from the 49 on the other side of midfield, so this is going to take it all the way down to the 36 on the Crimson Cliffs side of the field. This might be the spark Green Canyon needs. If they can make it 14-7 here and get their defense involved, we could have a ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're absolutely right as far as keeping the team in the game. I think on that play, we're seeing a lot, if you're looking at it on TV or here in the stadium, Crimson Cliffs is playing a super tight man. And so if you can just take these one-on-one shots like they've got lined up right here.
Egan's got one-on-one on the left. Now they bring out Oates to the screen pass on the left. Dewey Egan blocking there. Oates is going to get to the 30. Good pickup of 6 there. And that screen pass resulted in that first touchdown against Skyview in the quarterfinals. That's a play that you'd like to see maybe a couple more times today.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with how tight Crimson Cliffs is playing. You can take advantage of that by putting more people in motion, kind of mixing up what the defense is seeing. A little trickery can pay big dividends with how Crimson Cliffs is playing on defense right now.
2nd and 4 from the 30. That's a jet sweep to Shandon Thane. Direct snap. He gets across the 25 to the 24. Another first down for Green Canyon. Now they're cooking with oil.
There you go. We're seeing a lot more. It's the hustle, right? So while they're in the huddle, we've talked about it all season long. They're cool. They're calm. They're collected. They're taking their time, making sure the right calls are getting in. But boom, as soon as the ball is snapped, they are playing with fire, and we saw it on that last play. Shandon Thane, man alive, he looked like a shot out of a cannon.
1st and 10, 5:20 on the clock, still 14-0 Crimson Cliffs. Peyton Wilson trying to get his offense in the red zone for the first time today. Takes the snap, looking to pass. To his left, now he's going to have to scramble to his right. Lots of green in front of him, across the 20, inside the red zone. He slips on the turf. Turf Monster gets him down at the 17.
Man alive, that might be the worst turf monster I've seen in a long time. Peyton Wilson had all the space in the world, and now you're okay with that because it's still great field position. It's 2nd down, but man alive, he could have gone a lot more. Just a little misstep on this Division I athletic turf.
2nd down and 3 from the 17 now. Wolves inside the red zone for the first time today. Brought to you by Great Basin Graphics, custom t-shirts, detailed embroidery, and graphic designs that will get your business noticed. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Wilson's got Oates to his right, 2 receivers on either side. Now here comes Thane across the formation to make it 3-1. Oates makes a cut at the line of scrimmage, gets to the 15, reaches for the 14. That's going to be enough for a first down, Green Canyon. No, they're going to be a half a yard short, I think, if the stick's at the 14.
Yeah, we'll see where they mark it.
No, they will wave it forward. He got to the 14 on the reach. Good effort there from Oatesy. 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
Oates doing what Oates likes to do, just keeping those legs churning and giving Green Canyon a first down and new breath into this drive. This drive that has actually been really fun to watch if you're Green Canyon because it's worked compared to how they started out this game.
This drive now 3 minutes long and a couple seconds as we are under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10 from the 14. Here comes a receiver across the formation. It's a jet sweep. Big looping run taken behind the line of scrimmage by Stembridge there. He's going to lose a yard. 2nd and 11 now at the 15.
Jet sweep is usually a really good play to misdirect the defense, but Crimson Cliffs saw it coming, and that play just took too long to develop. Don't necessarily know. Stembridge is a big kid and hard to bring down, but on a jet sweep like that, maybe a little bit more speed would have been a better play.
3:24 on the clock here. Continues to run. Wilson's got Oates to his left in the backfield. Egan one-on-one on the right side of the formation. Now it's a quick screen out to Oates on the bubble. Across the 15-10 and taken out Looks like the 7-yard line. No, the 8, excuse me. That's going to be 3rd down and 4 to go. Inside the red zone. Definitely within Butterfield's wheelhouse here, but you don't want 3 here. You need 6.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you'll take anything you can get if worse comes to worse, but it's not time to panic yet. 3rd and 4 is very manageable with the athletes that you have on your team. You can easily convert this and keep this drive alive.
Wilson has Oates to his right, Egan one-on-one near side in that Y slot, and then 3 receivers out to the right. On the left hash mark. Wilson hard count. Now he takes a snap. Looking to throw over the middle. Dangerous ball. It's picked off in the end zone. No, he dropped it. He dropped it. Huge break for Green Canyon. That was waved off. That was nearly an interception. That was a dangerous throw from Peyton Wilson into about 4 different red shirts.
Yeah.
Tried to float that to Stembridge in the back of the end zone. That was just...
It looked like the turf helped him catch it. And I know what the referee's seeing. The referees
didn't have control when he went down to the ground. I agree with you, Adam.
That's exactly what that is. And Crimson Cliffs, honestly, they have every right to be incensed right now.
Offense is still on the field here. It's 4th down and 4. Green Canyon's not satisfied with 6. Oh, hard count maybe.
Oh, look out. Here we go.
4 yards to go. They might get him to jump. No, they're going to run a play. There's a flag on the play. Over the middle, it's incomplete, but there was a flag on the far side of the field. This is going to be a huge call.
Yeah, either way it goes. Hoping for a false start on Crim.
It'll be an offsides or an encroachment on Crimson
Yeah.
Cliffs. It's not going to be. It's going to be a false start on Green Canyon. You got to take the points there, Adam.
Yeah, absolutely. I know exactly what they're thinking. They had a good play drawn up, but this defense.
Oh, that hit Dewey Egan in the chest, and he was being. Wow, that was a great coverage play from number 23, Braden Smith, to create that contact right as the ball arrived.
Yeah, I agree with what you said. I know I say it a lot, but you make a very good point that should have took the points. Instead, it's 14-0. It could have been 14-3. Got some positive momentum on that offensive drive.
So a quick break here now with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's going to be 1st and 10 from from their own 8-yard line for Crimson Cliffs. When we come back, 14-0, Green Canyon in a hole, failing to get points in the red zone on their first trip today. We'll be right back.
Great Basin Graphics does custom t-shirts and creates graphic designs that'll get your business noticed. Amazing colors and designs that seem to jump off the t-shirt. Go to greatbasingraphics.com.
Great Basin Graphics. We made you look.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Welcome back to Rice Eccles Stadium here in Salt Lake City, Utah. It's 14-0 Crimson Cliffs. A big defensive stand in the red zone gets them the ball back on their own 8-yard line. So a 92-yard field coming up for Crimson Cliffs, but that's nothing when the first play of the game was a 73-yard touchdown pass. Stockton Jewkes here with Adam Loertscher. To my right, it's the 4A state title game today. And the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs look like they're going to fulfill the destiny that everyone thought they would.
Yeah, absolutely. This high-powered offense is doing what it's done all season long against, arguably the best defense in the state of Utah in 4A. And we're just seeing just a matchup that not Corner Canyon. Crimson Cliffs I just had a lot of success with either way they've wanted to do it, whether that be through the air or through the ground game. It's hard to stop them when they're clicking on all cylinders.
Corner Canyon will be playing on this field just after this game concludes, by the way. They'll be taking on Sky Ridge in the 6A state championship. And then it's Timpanogos against Bountiful in the 5A. Almost a safety there for Steele Barbin. Now he's going to scramble across the 15, takes a huge hit at the 18, but bounces right back up. That's going to be a 1st down. Green Canyon nearly had a huge sack, and they gave up 10 yards.
Athletic dude, but man, he took a wicked hit at the end of that. If you're a coach for Crimson Cliffs, you're probably thinking, oh, geez, I don't know if we want him to keep taking hits like that.
2:37 on the clock now. Crimson Cliffs with a 1st and 10 from the 18. Now fake handoff, quick screen pass to from Steele Barbin. Out to the left side, that was number 14, Tyler West. And it looks like he stepped out at the 24, gain of 6 there. 2nd down and 4. Barbin now getting the play call. He's got back directly behind him and Mason Topalian, and 2 receivers to either side. Crimson Cliffs on the left side hash mark as they move left to right on your radio dial, north to south. Receiver across the formation, 3 on the right now. It's a quick screen to that receiver who was on the move, and a huge tackle from Dewey Egan. It's going to be a gain of 2 there on the screen pass, but it's 3rd down and 2. Egan keeping that one from being a big play, and he laid the shoulder.
Absolutely. Just letting his presence be known in this game on defense. Wicked hit. Crimson Cliffs could have busted that out for a large gain, but Dewey Egan said no.
Now receiver across the formation to the left side. It's a handoff up the middle. Green Canyon's defense holds strong. It's going to be a yard short of the first down. The reach from Christensen after the tackle is not going to be good. It's a stop at the 32-yard line. The line to gain was at the 33. It's 4th and 1, Crimson Cliffs. The offense is going to stay on the field. Why not?
Yeah, absolutely. With the 14-0 lead, you got very little you're going to lose here.
Green Canyon looks like they're going to go man here. 3 receivers out to the right, 2 out to the left. Barbin by himself in the backfield. This might be a designed quarterback draw here. Nearly a jump from Green Canyon. They're going to get him.
Looked for a second that maybe Green Canyon was going to get away with that jump, but far side referee came in guns a-blazing with his hanky and said, no, sir, let's move it forward.
Will Wheatley too eager to get into the backfield there. It's going to be a free 5 for the Mustangs. Just killer there for Green Canyon. Almost had a really good defensive stop there to get themselves back into this one, and now with 1:15 on the clock, it's still 14-0 Crimson Cliffs and a new set of downs. Ball's at the 32. Handoff up the middle to Christensen. Great tackle. The combo of Stembridge flying in from the midfield, and that was Calvin Wallace with the help. That's going to be a gain of maybe half a yard.
Seeing a lot more group tackling, not so much isolated open field tackling. It's 2 or 3 players of Green Canyon on the tackle together, and that's what Green Canyon's had success with all season long. That's what you're going to do to stop this Crimson Cliffs offense.
3 left and 1 right for Barbin, a back behind him. Oh, high snap, it's nearly fumbled, and he's sacked! Huge play! Joe Rubio gets home on the bad snap, all the way back to the 25.
Joe Rubio, how do you do, man? Welcome to the game. That's a huge sack. And he did the right thing. He could have gone for it. He could have tried to get the fumble. Maybe Steele Burbank escapes that, makes some big yardage play out of it. But no, he said, I'm just going to bring you down, and we're going to put you into a terrible yardage situation.
3rd and 16 now. 3 receivers out left, 1 to the right. Ball's on the 25-yard line between the hash marks. Green Canyon's going to send 3, and now a timeout comes in. Note the clock has expired here in the first quarter. It's 14-0 Crimson Cliffs at the end of 1. They'll face a 3rd and 16 when we come back and flip the field here from Rice Eccles Stadium. Stockton, Jewkes, and Adam Loertscher here with you. Green Canyon Sports brought to you by Cache Valley Daily on 100.9 Light FM. Stick with us.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit adamswealthadvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
It's back to school time. Booster Clubs, Team Sports, PTA, any school organization. Call the Logo Shop for uniforms, fan gear, club t-shirts, all customized with your school logo. They're committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Logo Stop, the Logo Shop.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
Good news for all school teachers and students. Logan Cash Rich Credit Union is offering ultra-low interest rates on auto loans and more. Plus, they pay school students for good grades. Inquire at Logan Cash Rich Credit Union. Member-focused, goal-driven.
12 minutes to go before halftime as Crimson Cliffs leads 14-0 here from Rice Eccles Stadium on the campus of the University of Utah. It's the 4A state championship here on 100.9 Light FM. Stockton Jewkes joined by Adam Loertscher as usual for Green Canyon football in this 14th and final game of the season. Crimson Cliffs has a 3rd and 16 ahead of them from the 25-yard line. They're moving right to left in this quarter. If you're looking at your radio dial, they're moving south to north if you're looking at a compass. Green Canyon football this season brought to you by DD Auto and Salvage. Cache Valley's #1 place to get the most money for junk vehicles and scrap metal, and they'll pick up too. Call 435-787-1204.
We were talking in the break. This is an important drive for the Green Canyon defense.
Have to get the stop here. Here's Barbin taking the snap from the 20. Drops back to pass, looking to the left. Now the pocket collapses. He's got a lot of space in front of him. There's a flag down in the holding area, and Barbin goes down at the 32.5, it looks like. That would be 9 yards short of a first down, but the flag is going to be important here. Was it a hold, or was it on the defense? Still waiting on the signal for the Whitecap. 11:51 now remaining in the second quarter. 9 seconds off the clock there. Holding on the offense. Green Canyon's going to decline, obviously, for a 4th and 9.5.
Penalties have played such a major role in this game early on, mostly affecting Green Canyon, but Crimson Cliffs hasn't played a perfect game either by any stretch of the imagination.
So they are going to take the penalty, and they're going to make it 3rd down and 26. I don't know if I agree with that, Adam, but with 4th and 9, that's yardage that Crimson Cliffs can pick up, so you want to put them in as big a hole as possible. Now they're back at the 15.
Yeah, I think you're looking at it, maybe a little bit more field position. If you bring them down here, you'll have a more comfortable offensive drive starting position, Interesting, and I've doubted this coaching staff, and I've ate my hat for it. Interested to see how this one plays out right now.
Timeout's now going to be called by Crimson Cliffs as the play clock was running low. 20 seconds have gone from the clock here in the second quarter, and it looked like it was going to be a 5-receiver set there for the Mustangs. I don't think that's going to change.
Yeah, not at all. You're going to have your best players on the outside just trying to gash this Green Canyon defense and just see any big chunk yardage that they can get. If you can get within a 4th and 5, if you're Crimson Cliffs, I don't see why you wouldn't go for it. Anything inside of that. You've had tons of success as an offense so far, and Green Canyon, they've had answers, but maybe not necessarily at the right time. And this is a time where you need an answer. This would be a perfect time to get a stop.
Well, like we said, this is going to be the showdown of the best offense in 4A versus the best defense in 4A. Right now, it's all offense, which is typically the trend in high school football. Green Canyon's been breaking trends left and right this season, but, it just might be one game too many to ask of them to make an upset. They've already upset 2 teams on their way to this game. And one of them, the biggest upset of the season at Skyview.
Yeah, it's been an incredible season for Green Canyon, and one that we said before, you hang your hat on. And you hang your hat on the defense and how well they've played this year. Just one more shot. If you can keep it close.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 26. Ball is between the hash marks on the 15. So it's going to be a little bit of a different formation here for Crimson Cliffs. Surprisingly, there's a back to the left of Steele Barbin. 1 receiver out right, 3 out left. 3-man rush for Green Canyon coming. Barbin looking to throw to the left. Quick throw to 18. Great tackle from number 12, Colin Gibson. It was Owen Peterson on the reception, and he didn't get a chance to move.
Not at all. As soon as that ball hit his hands, he was dropped to the ground. 4th and incredibly long. Looks like,
offense is going to stay on the field here.
Oh, the potlickers. They want it to be a game. They're trying to give as much entertainment and just keep the ball in their playmakers' hands. Still Bourbon. Here we go.
There's a lot of faith in your offense because Green Canyon would have the ball at the 23 if this isn't converted. No, it's a fake punt. Barbin's going to put it down the field. No man to return this for Green Canyon. It's going to roll all the way down inside of the 15, down to the 13-yard line.
You know, before this high school season, I had never seen a play like that where you line up in a regular offensive set, right? You got 3 receivers on your left, 1 out wide, and the quarterback gets the ball and he punts it. I've never seen that, but this season alone, we've seen it 4 or 5 times. It's an interesting, and I think it works, right? You draw the defense in to stop the ball, and so there's no one back there. That ball will just roll, and it flipped the field. So instead of Green Canyon being in good field position, they're a little bit past their own 10-yard line.
So now the Wolves will get the ball at their own 13. It's going to be a 87-yard field in front of Wilson and company. Motion across the formation. Now the handoff comes into Oates, and he's going to pick up, looks like, about 6 yards, maybe 5. They'll give him 5 there on the carry, up to the 18-yard line, 2nd and 5. Nice on-schedule run there for Eric Oates, who's up above 500 yards this year, actually at exactly 500 after that Park City game.
What a great way to end your high school career. He's had such an impact on this team through the running game.
Oates now to Wilson's right. He's got 2 receivers out right, and Egan one-on-one with Brock Baker out to the left. Wilson takes the snap. It's a handoff to Oates. Finds a hole on the left side of the formation, but he's only going to get a yard here. He'll reach across the 20, but they're not going to give him the reach. Maybe they will. No, they're going to take it back a yard. All right, so only a gain of 1 there for Eric Oates. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Yeah, his knee was down well before he reached. That makes a lot of sense.
It's going to be 2 out left, 1 out right here. They've got Hayden Schramm with the one-on-one opportunity against Braden Smith. Big blocking set. Now here's Wilson to throw. Wilson scrambling to his right across the 15, tried to cut back up the field and slipped. The Turf Monster has not been kind to Peyton Wilson. He might want to switch his cleats out at halftime.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. He even scratched the ground with his cleats as the punt team is coming on, saying, like, what's going on here? I agree. Turf Monster has just been wicked, and it just doesn't seem like it's affecting anybody else. And so first thing I would look, hey, let's take some tape off the cleats, and let's see if we can get you a little bit more traction here, because he's going to be super important throughout this game.
Farron on to punt on 4th and 3. Ball's at the 20-yard line. Long snap. Farron gets this away from the 5. It's high, and it's going to be taken in right at midfield. No, it's going to bounce and roll in Green Canyon's favor inside the 40, and that'll be down at the 37. So Crimson Cliffs going to have a 63-yard field ahead of them as we go back and forth on the punts. Green Canyon forced a punt there, and they needed a much better offensive drive. They still have no points with 8 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the half. It's 14-0 Mustangs. Green Canyon football this year is sponsored by Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning. As things get cold up there in Logan, are you looking for a new gas fireplace? Well, Advanced Fireplace and Stove in Logan, they've got some great options. Give them a call, 435-752-7272. 1st and 10 for Barban. 3 receivers out to the left, 1 out to the right. Running back behind. He's going to hand this one off up the middle, and a big hole there. Bounced through by number 15, McCord Christensen. Finally taken down at the 38 across midfield. Breaking through a couple tackles there and a big play for Christensen. That's, just about everything going wrong for Green Canyon.
I counted 4 tackles that he broke through and just stayed on his feet and kept marching down the field.
So now 1st and 10 on the other side of the field. It's a keeper for Barban on the read option. And he's going to slip as well at the 36. Only a gain of 2 there. Makes it 2nd and 8. Crimson Cliffs moving with some tempo here. Wolves bring on Ethan Kunzler for Eli Wheatley to rush on this right edge. Wheatley lined up to rush in the middle. Will Wheatley, that is. 3-man rush here for Green Canyon. They've got a hefty secondary here as Barban looks to throw. Over the middle, nearly picked off, but it is brought in. The coverage just not quite there from Tyler Gerber, and a reception at the 10-yard line for number 18, Owen Peterson.
Yeah, Tyler Gerber is just a hair on the replay. Yeah, he's just a hair step behind. And that just allowed that reception to be put. Good job by Steele Bourbon. He's an accurate quarterback, probably the most accurate we've seen all season. And he's just given his receivers every opportunity, but also credit to this blocking scheme of Crimson Cliffs. The Steele Bourbon, he's just been comfortable all game long. He's had zero pressure, something Green Canyon does really well.
Now, trio of receivers out right as Barbin looks to throw that way. It's a quick throw to the 5-yard line. Missed tackle there as number 14, Tyler West, is taken out at the 6. That's going to make it 2nd and goal with 6 to go. 7 minutes and 11 seconds on the clock as it stops. It's still 14-0 Crimson Cliffs. They're inside the red zone once again.
Yeah, the only time it's looked like Crimson Cliffs has been behind schedule is when it's been a missed snap or a penalty. Green Canyon just hasn't been able to get back and mess with the quarterback like they've used to on other teams.
West across the formation. Now Barbin gets sacked on the play action. Finally getting home there. Trying to get a number that looks like number 27, Calvin Wallace.
Great sack. Just as I was saying, they haven't had any success with it. Boom. That was a great defensive scheme, and both sides crashing down on Steele Bourbon before he was able to even look downfield. He was too busy trying to get the snap down.
14-0 Crimson Cliffs, 6:40 remaining in the second quarter. It's 3rd and goal from the 11. Barbin's got 2 receivers to either side. Now they'll hold on the hard count. They'll look for the signal. Mason Topalian now on the left side of Barbin in the backfield, and a timeout comes in from Crimson Cliffs. Again, their 2nd of the half. 6:26 on the clock as we'll take a little pause here in the action. This is a huge down for Green Canyon's defense. They need to stay within 2 scores, Adam. If they can get to halftime at 14-0, this game's not out of control, but if it's 21-0 and they don't score before the half, then they're really in trouble. Now keep in mind, 6.5 minutes to go here in the half. Green Canyon's going to receive the second half kickoff. They've got a chance to run the clock with the ball, but they've got to get some first downs.
Yeah, definitely. Green Canyon, you've got to have some sort of rhythm building into that second half. I know we say it, and it's true, right? Green Canyon is a second half team, but you got to have some sort of spark going into it, something where you can hang your helmet on and kind of be like, hey, first half didn't go exactly like we planned, but we did X, Y, Z good. We can build off of that. If you don't have that, like let's say worst case scenario, I don't know if worst case scenario, but let's say Crimson Cliffs does go up 21-0. It's kind of hard to have that positive energy going into the second half. If you can hold them 14-0 here, and heck, plenty of time to score. If you can get it within 1 score going into halftime, you're feeling really good about yourself, and that is something that you can build off of and make a comeback happen.
Crimson Cliffs with a really solid traveling contingent here in Salt Lake City. The Mustangs out of Washington, Utah, way down south in the Cedar City, St. George area of the state. And with this game kicking off at 11, those folks were getting up early this morning.
Yeah, I wonder how many of them came maybe last night or made weekend plans out of it. Either way, both teams had great traveling parties. Green Canyon student sections here, a lot of parents. And like you said, Crimson Cliffs, for such a long drive, they are here and they are loud and proud.
So we're ready to go once again. It's 3rd and goal from the 11, 6:26 remaining in the half. This is a big play for the Green Canyon defense. West across the formation, left to right. Now Barbin looking to throw out to that way, into the corner of the end zone. Almost caught, but out of the side of the end zone. Untouched was Malachi Olafipo. Just couldn't pull it down. 4th and 11.
Sorry to cut you off. Heck of a snag by Malachi right there. He just was out of bounds. Looking on the replay, that was a great catch. Steele Bourbon just probably let him a little too high to try to get it over the Green Canyon safety who was in coverage there.
That foot came down maybe a foot outside of the out-of-bounds line. Now 4th and goal from the 11. It's going to be the offense going for Barbin, looking to throw to his left this time. Quick throw out to the 6. Oh, incomplete. Big hit from Tanner Farron. Huge play.
That is a football hit, my friend. Let's go. If that doesn't get you excited to see what's happening. Man, looking on the replay, Tanner Farron just hits him just right, punches the ball out, incomplete pass, turnover on downs.
Impeccable timing there from the safety, Tanner Farron. And a textbook tackle, too, to knock that one away about a quarter of a second after it hit his hands. 6:15 remaining now in the half. Green Canyon will take over from their own 11. They need to run some clock here, Adam.
Absolutely, and that's a positive play that you build off of. As your offense, you got to keep moving the ball, though. Let's go.
Double stack formation now for Green Canyon. Saw this a couple times against Park City and liked it. Now it's going to be a pitch option here to Oates. He spins through a tackle, but he's taken down at the 6. Loss of 5 there on a creative play for Green Canyon. The defense was not fooled.
Yeah, absolutely. They saw that play definitely against Park City, and they knew exactly what was going to happen. And swarm tackling, something Green Canyon's done all season long. Haven't seen it tonight, but Crimson Cliffs have done it. It's just when you're tackling the ball carrier, I want 2 or 3 people on him, and Crimson Cliffs done a really good job and blew that play up before anything could happen with it.
It's a big defensive line, too, for the Mustangs, led by number 99, Caden Hawes, and number 54, Parker Andrus. Second and 15 now from Green Canyon's own 6, 2 receivers to either side. Fakes handoff now. Here goes Wilson to throw in his own end zone. Has to scramble away as the pocket collapses. Quickly over the middle to Egan at the 10. Across the 11. Looking for space at the 12. Can't find any. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. On the left hash mark as the Wolves move north to south, left to right.
It's good awareness by Dewey Egan to kind of find a soft spot in the zone coverage that Crimson Cliffs had. And Peyton Wilson was able to find him. You know, you want to see that more, I guess, when you're not behind the sticks. But either way, it is 3rd and long, but got to make something happen here.
Hayden Schramm checking into the game now for the Wolves. Has the 2nd most receptions for the Wolves this season. It's going to be Egan out to the right. Slot receiver on either side, and Schramm out wide left. Now they're going to bring Shandon Thane to the left side of the formation. There's a false start on the Wolves.
Definitely last thing you needed to see on this drive. Even just marching them back. Oh, man. If Green Canyon converts on this, man, the football god smiled on him on this drive. But so far, nothing just seems to be going Green Canyon's way. It's honestly just a little, you take 1 step forward, right? You have your defense come up with a great stop and then 2 steps back.
This ball was spotted poorly. They put Green Canyon at the 6. This ball should be at the 7. Now they've moved it up a yard. So now it's at the 7 like it should be. 3rd and 14 for Green Canyon. 2 receivers out right, and a timeout's going to be called by JT. 4 minutes and 4 seconds remaining here in the half. It's 3rd and 14 from the 7. The Wolves need to convert on this first down, or else they're going to give Crimson Cliffs the ball back with plenty of time to make this a 3-score game. Green Canyon Wolves football this season is sponsored by Logan Cash Rich Credit Union. If you teach in the Logan, Cash, or Rich school districts, you can qualify for ultra-low interest rates on auto loans and more. Loan approvals in as fast as half an hour.
Let's say hypothetically, Green Canyon, they get within 4th and 3. Do you go for it, or do you punt it and just try to pin Crimson Cliffs offense?
I don't think you can give Crimson Cliffs the ball inside of midfield. You have to punt.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It's one of those things you look at it. Where, as a coaching staff, where do you build momentum? Where do you get your players energized? How do you get them back into the game mentally?
I think you need to take a shot with Dewey Egan right here. Because it's a 3rd and 14, it's 3rd and long. You're going to have to convert a long play here, or you're going to have to punt.
Definitely.
With 4 minutes left in the half. Egan's got a good matchup out there on the right side with Braden Smith, the junior corner. Here comes Wilson with the snap. Now he's going to look over the middle. Looks for Farron. Farron hauls it in at the 19, but he's taken down 2 yards shy of the line to gain. Well, here you go, Adam.
Oh, boy, my hypothetical came true. Golly, I hate the power of broadcasting.
It's going to be 4th down and 2 after a 12-yard completion to Farron over the middle. If he didn't have to go up in the air for that, I think he would have gained some yards enough for the conversion there, but he's limping off the field now. He took a hard hit to the right hip, it looks like he's pointing at, and he is struggling to move.
Very little padding on the right hip. Not that it really does anything at all. He took a big hit coming down.
Offense on the field. Oatsy to the right of Wilson. 2 receivers on either side. Now it's a motion fake jet sweep to Thane. Now 3 receivers on the right side. Egan's solo job on the left. Wilson's going to punt this one into the line, and there is a stoppage. I'm not seeing any laundry on the field, but it looks like a timeout was taken by JT just in time.
Oh, thank heavens. Because it's that weird quarterback punt that we've already seen once this game. Wilson just punted it right into the back of one of his own players' heads.
Remember the butt fumble? We almost had the butt punt.
We almost had the butt punt, and that was not going to be good field position at all for the Green Canyon defense.
I think they were just trying to give Tanner Farron a second to work out that hit because now he's back on the field to punt.
Yeah, you're probably absolutely right. I didn't think of that. But man alive, we dodged a bullet there by getting a timeout off at the right time.
3 minutes and 13 seconds remain in the half. Crimson Cliffs leading 14-0. Both teams only have one timeout remaining here on 4th and 2 from the 19. Farron's going to need to get this down inside, I think, the 35 to give the defense a shot to keep this 14-0 going into halftime. Farron takes the snap at the 5. Hides a high snap. It goes into the end zone. Farron trying to get this one away. He's going to have to run it to safety. Farron is down in the end zone. He's slow to get up. What a nightmare Friday for Green Canyon this is turning into.
Absolutely. Frustrating, and he's limping hard. Man alive.
We've seen high snaps for Farron all year. He's always managed to come down with them. That one just a little too high.
Just a little too high, and it's rough that they were so close to the end zone that, honestly, the only way that was going to end was with a safety.
Farron is very, very slow to get off the field here. He's limping heavily, not wanting to put any weight on his left leg. This could be a huge loss for Green Canyon's secondary. 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go here. Green Canyon's going to have to punt this one away. Farron's not going to be able to do it.
Here we go. 16-0 with 3 minutes left.
You have to create a turnover here, you'd almost think, and put something into the end zone before halftime, or else this one, it's a bad spot now. It's still a two-score game, but with two two-point conversions. And Green Canyon, I don't think they've been in the red zone once. They couldn't punch it in. They haven't been across the 5 yet today.
Yeah, you don't want to act like it's the end of the world. You still got a whole half. It is only 16, but at the same time you're looking at it, man alive, just nothing seems to be going right for Green Canyon. They've lost a lot of momentum.
Free kick now from Butterfield from the 20 after that safety. It's going to bounce at the 30 and be scooped up at the 25. Here comes the return man across the 40, 45, 50, through a couple tackles and across midfield to the 48. Crimson Cliffs will have a 48-yard field with 2:57 on the clock and only one timeout. 16-0. Here comes Steele Barbin. Ball's going to be on the right hash mark. Crimson Cliffs working right to left here, south to north.
Yeah, Crimson Cliffs is definitely in the driver's seat with this last 2 minutes and 57 seconds, whether they want to score or whether they just want to ride out the clock.
Hey, if they score here, they very well could end the game.
Yeah, I definitely...
A score and a two-point conversion makes it 24-0. It's a 4-possession game.
It's hard to see any way that Green Canyon could claw back into it if that's the case.
Barbin looking to throw now to his left. Pocket collapsing. Green Canyon almost gets home. Barbin throws that to no one. That might be an intentional grounding. He was still in the pocket.
You got to talk about it as a referee. Yep, there you go.
There's the flag. Intentional grounding it is. Barbin trying to get that one to the near side sideline to his left. There was no receiver within 10 yards of where that ball landed, and that's going to be intentional grounding on the Mustangs. That's a huge break for Green Canyon. That's going to bring them 15 yards back. All the way down to the 35 on the Crimson Cliff side of the field.
Well, that's a positive break. I mean, it's not quite a turnover, but it's something that forces Crimson Cliffs into a predicament that they haven't really seen all game long yet.
Ends up being a net 17-yard penalty on the spot foul. Now a quick screen out to the right. Lots of space in front of number 7. He's drilled by Stembridge at the sideline. They'll get back to the initial line of scrimmage at the 48, back on Green Canyon's side of the field. This is going to be a 3rd and 10 situation. Great pickup of 17 there, using the speed of Caden Garcia-Casey.
Yeah, just that speed to find that corner. That was honestly incredible to see, and that hit by Carter Stembridge at the sideline. That was fun too, but man, you would have wished that Green Canyon would have locked him down.
Barbin looking to throw to his right now, to his left. It's completed at the 41. It's going to be short of the line to gain at the 40. On the reception was Owen Peterson. 2 yards to go here for the Mustangs. They'll keep the offense on the field to the surprise of no one. Clock continues to run down, 2:20 remaining in the half. They're on the left hash now as they work right to left. 4th and 2. Barbin looking. Now he'll get the play call from the sideline. 10 on the play clock. Down to 5 on the play clock. Barbin still talking to his offensive line. 3, 2, 1. Timeout comes in from Crimson Cliffs. That was going to be a delay of game. They've used their final timeout of the half with 1:55 to go.
Yeah, just lack of communication going in. Didn't seem like Steele Barbin was able to get the play call out in time. Just waited a little too long trying to catch Green Canyon offsides or on a false start. Forcing them to use their last timeout. Now, you probably don't feel as bad because it is 16-0 if you're Crimson Cliffs. But Green Canyon, if you get a stop here, turnover on downs, let the ball fly. Let's see if we can get anything.
So the ball, the back of the football is resting on the 40-yard line. The line to gain's at the 38 on Green Canyon side of the field. 1:55 to go here in the half. 16-0, so a 2-score game with 2 two-point conversions. Green Canyon needs to get the ball back here and give themselves a couple shots at the end zone maybe.
Definitely. That's all you can ask for.
If I'm Crimson Cliffs, though, I'm handing this off to McCord Christensen and watching him tear off 9 yards right here.
Yeah, he's had a really good game so far.
That's who it's going to be in the backfield with Barbin, it looks like. 6-man offensive line here for Crimson Cliffs. 2 receivers out to the right and 1 out left. This looks like a run. Very well could be a pass, though. Green Canyon wide open secondary right now. Heavy rush. It's a handoff to Christensen, and he's met. Did he get the yardage? This is going to depend on the spot.
Huge spot coming up here for Green Canyon.
I think this is a yard short, Adam.
Yeah, Green Canyon did everything right to give him an opportunity to mark this ball short. Are they going to bring the chain gang out?
I think they have to. They will. Clock will stop to bring the chain gang out. This ball, I think the nose of the football is going to be short.
Oh, man, this is crucial. Green Canyon, they've had these little things that are keeping them, you don't want to say completely out of the game. They're keeping like a toe, maybe a foot in the game. The rest of the body's been completely out of it. But Green Canyon, if they can get something, you don't want to mark them out. You don't want to rule them out of the game just yet. But
this is going to be
a
huge spot. Here comes the chain. It's short. It is short. Green Canyon gets the turnover. 1:50 to go. The Wolves get the ball back. Huge run defense stop for the Wolves. They turn to their identity, and it pays off.
Man alive, that was nerve-wracking. Seeing the 2 pylons come out and having to stretch out the chain, that is, oh, baby. If that doesn't get you excited to watch the football, I don't know what will.
You have to score now. You get the ball back at the end of halftime. You have to score now.
Couldn't have said it better myself. This is your opportunity to maybe get your hands on the bull's horns here and say, hey, we're not just done yet.
Wolves are moving left to right, north to south. The ball's on the right hash mark at the Green Canyon 38. Green Canyon's got a timeout left, 1:50 on the clock. 16-0 is your score. Crimson Cliffs leading the way. They scored 2 first quarter touchdowns. Green Canyon's kept them off the board since 7:01 remaining in the first quarter.
That last timeout, if Green Canyon plays clean and if they're moving the ball down the field, that last timeout is going to be super important, and it's super important that you use it at the right time. Don't need to use it just yet. March the ball down the field and just hold it in your pocket. It's like the ace in the hole. You don't want to lose it too early.
2 out to the left, 1 out to the right for Green Canyon. Wilson takes the snap, looking to throw. Cuts back to his left. Now he's got a scramble. The pocket collapses. Flips it over the middle to Egan. Egan's got some space, makes a cut. Looking to get across the 45. He's tackled at the 43, and he was hit hard. He is rolling around on the ground down there. That is not good for Green Canyon.
Golly, you hate to see just important players, seniors, on their last game going out with injuries.
The second tackle that came in from Crimson Cliffs there really hurt Dewey Egan. He was in midair almost.
And at least when he was on the ground, it looked like he was favoring his wrist. Maybe he landed on it funky.
He's getting helped up now. He looks like it looks like a limp almost. I think he just got hit hard in the hip again. And he'll be able to walk it off. That's a tough kid. Ooh, I don't know about that. I think, let's take another look here as they're showing the replay on the big screen. Wilson flips this over the middle. Wilson to Egan. Now Egan takes the first hit. The second one, just driving him into the ground. Now, I think that's a clean. Now here's Wilson looking to throw from the hash mark. Pocket collapsing. He's got to scramble across the 40. Stays on his feet. 45. He's got to keep going up the field.
Speed, dude.
He gets the first down at the 49, at the 50, to midfield. Wow, Peyton Wilson. That was some Tom and Jerry running there from Peyton Wilson, and he gets the job done. 1st and 10 from midfield. Left hash mark now as Green Canyon moves left to right. 2 receivers out right, 2 receivers out left. A couple second stringers in there with Farron and Egan on the sideline. Egan's running off the limp here on the sideline, but Wilson looking to throw. Over the middle, the pocket collapsing again for Wilson. Now down the far sideline, nearly picked off. Dangerous ball there. Braden Smith breaking that one up.
Yeah, Peyton Wilson definitely underthrew that, making both players have to come back to it. Crimson Cliffs defender in coverage did a great job, nearly picking it off.
Farron's coming back in the game now for Green Canyon. That's good to see for the Wolves. Farron and Stott coming into the game. Sternberg is going to get a breather. So now Tanner Farron's going to be in the slot to the right. Wilson's got it back to his left. That's Ethan Cutler. 1 receiver out to the left side. The back to the right of Wilson. Now looking to throw. No options. Wilson trying to scramble, misses a couple tackles. Shovel pass forward across the 45 down to the 44. Creative work there from Peyton Wilson. It's going to be 3rd down and 4.
Got to get the next play off quick. They're not
30 seconds on the clock. Still haven't used the timeout. The offense has to hurry.
Let's go.
27, 26, 25. Now Wilson, 3rd and 4. Takes the snap from the left hash mark. Looking to throw. Down the middle of the field. Oh, no. In and out of the hands of number 86, who is not on our roster. That is a killer for Green Canyon. You have to catch that ball.
I'm sorry for the added sound effects I had during the call of Stockton.
Oh, my goodness. Man. That hit him right in the chest plate.
That was it was painful for me because that was such a well-drawn-up play. He had tons of space. Yeah, that's one that
That's why you need Dewey Egan in the game right there, and He just came back in with 14 seconds to go. It's 4th and 4. Green Canyon's going to take a shot at the end zone. Egan out on the right side. He's going to be matched up with Brock Baker, the senior corner. Now Wilson rolling out to the left. They're just going to try and pick up the first. They do. Great catch by Egan on the far side. The clock will stop as the ball is at the 36. Green Canyon still has a timeout. There's 9 seconds to go. I wonder if JT knows that he has a timeout and he'll call it. There should be 9 seconds on the clock. It started to run again. They should add 2 seconds back to this clock.
Oh,
they will.
Yippee-ki-yay.
They'll have time for two shots at the end zone here, Adam, if they get that pass off quickly, but Wilson's been having to scramble a lot, so they might only have 1.
Yeah, the coverage of Crimson Cliffs has been really tight. They've done a really good job of locking down Green Canyon's receivers on that initial first, let's say, 10-ish yards, and so Peyton Wilson, who's probably more comfortable throwing those quick slants, hasn't had those options open, and so he's having to scramble around, wait for something to happen. Oftentimes it hasn't happened in today's game, and so he has to go do something with his feet. And when that happens, you get a little nervous because at that point it's just a game of inches instead of converting on those super crucial downs.
So with 9 seconds to go here in the first half, It's 1st and 10 from the 36 of Crimson Cliffs. Green Canyon might have 2 shots at the end zone here if they get the pass off quickly. But realistically, probably just 1 play here. No timeouts remaining. 1 receiver out left, 2 out right for Green Canyon. Wilson takes the snap. He's going to look to throw. He has to scramble now to his right. Across the 40. He's going to throw this towards the end zone. Ducktailing. Almost taken in by Shandon Thane, but unable to reel that one in. That's going to take us to halftime. 16-0 is your score. Crimson Cliffs leading the way as the Mustangs come out and they hit Green Canyon in the mouth twice within those first 5 minutes of the game. They get a safety on a broken punt snap for Tanner Farron. So a conference with the officials almost results in a flag there. Maybe some interference on Thane, but they're not going to throw anything, and we will indeed go to halftime. 16-0, Crimson Cliffs leading the way. Green Canyon's going to have to answer quickly out of the halftime break. They'll get the ball when we come back here on 100.9 Light FM. This is Green Canyon Football, brought to you by Cache Valley Daily.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays. Witness their indestructible products online at castelite.com.
Green Canyon High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Great Basin Graphics does custom t-shirts and creates graphic designs that'll get your business noticed. Amazing colors and designs that seem to jump off the t-shirt. Go to greatbasingraphics.com.
Great Basin Graphics. We made you look, made you look.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit adamswealthadvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
It's back to school time. Booster Clubs, team sports, PTA, any school organization. Call the Logo Shop for uniforms, fan gear, club t-shirts, all customized with your school logo. They're committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Logo Stop, the Logo Shop.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
Good news for all school teachers and students. Logan Cash Rich Credit Union is offering ultra-low interest rates on auto loans and more. Plus, they pay school students for good grades. Inquire at Logan Cash Rich Credit Union. Member-focused, goal-driven.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays. Witness their indestructible products online at castelite.com.
Green Canyon High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
Your Cash and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Great Basin Graphics does custom t-shirts and creates graphic designs that'll get your business noticed. Amazing colors and designs that seem to jump off the t-shirt. Go to greatbasingraphics.com.
Great Basin Graphics. We made you look, made you look.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit adamswealthadvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
It's back to school time. Booster Clubs, team sports, PTA, any school organization. Call the Logo Shop for uniforms, fan gear, club t-shirts, all customized with your school logo. They're committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Logo Stop, the Logo Shop.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
Good news for all school teachers and students. Logan Cash Rich Credit Union is offering ultra-low interest rates on auto loans and more. Plus, they pay school students for good grades. Inquire at Logan Cash Rich Credit Union. Member-focused, goal-driven.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays, witness their indestructible products online at castelite.com.
Green Canyon High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Great Basin Graphics does custom t-shirts and creates graphic designs that'll get your business noticed. Amazing colors and designs that seem to jump off the t-shirt. Go to greatbasingraphics.com.
Great Basin Graphics. We made you look, made you look.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
It's back to school time. Booster Clubs, team sports, PTA, any school organization. Call the Logo Shop for uniforms, fan gear, club t-shirts, all customized with your school logo. They're committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Logo Stop, the Logo Shop.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
Good news for all school teachers and students. Logan Cash Rich Credit Union is offering ultra-low interest rates on auto loans and more. Plus, they pay school students for good grades. Inquire at Logan Cash Rich Credit Union. Member-focused, goal-driven.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays. Witness their indestructible products online at castelite.com.
Green Canyon High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Great Basin Graphics does custom t-shirts and creates graphic designs that'll get your business noticed. Amazing colors and designs that seem to jump off the t-shirt. Go to greatbasingraphics.com.
Great Basin Graphics. We made you look, made you look.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
It's back to school time. Booster Clubs, team sports, PTA, any school organization. Call the Logo Shop for uniforms, fan gear, club t-shirts, all customized with your school logo. They're committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Logo Stop, the Logo Shop.
Welcome back to Rice Eccles Stadium on the campus of the University of Utah on this beautiful Friday afternoon, about 12:30 local time now, as we are just 8 minutes away from the start of the second half. It's 16-0 Crimson Cliffs. You know, Adam, coming into this one, you definitely thought that this was going to be a Crimson Cliffs lead at halftime. Maybe you thought it was going to be a little bit more, but Green Canyon's definitely got their work cut out for them here in this second half. I'm Stockton Jewkes, joined by my partner Adam Loertscher for this 14th and final game of Green Canyon football this season. They've made it all the way to the state championship game, but they've got to score at least 16, maybe even 24 points if they want to make this an interesting game down the stretch. Adam, why don't you go ahead and give us what you have decided are the keys to the second half here, brought to you by Great Basin Graphics.
So for for Green Canyon, looking at it, kind of a 2-for-1, right? Smart play, and that's going to include two things. Number one, no more turnovers. We saw Peyton Wilson kind of running for his life in the backfield, and he was taking some risky shots down the field, and we're lucky that those haven't necessarily turned into big turnovers. We've had a few of them. But the other part of this of smart play is red zone efficiency. They had a really good drive early in the first half that put them in the red zone, gave them a really good shot to put points up on the board, but it just fizzled out. And red zone scoring is probably one of the hardest parts of an offense because of how limited the field is. But Green Canyon, they can turn that around. If they can get to the red zone, they got to figure out a way to punch it into the end zone. Second part of that is you want to meet Steel Bourbon, the Crimson Cliffs quarterback in the backfield. You want to get to know him in the backfield and really make him uncomfortable. Let him know that, hey, we are the best defense in 4A. We get in the backfield all the time, and we're going to play that kind of way. And it's going to force him to make silly mistakes that we've seen Peyton Wilson do today as well. If you can just make him uncomfortable, force him into situations where he has to play a little bit of hero ball, good things will happen for Green Canyon, whether that be turnovers or just getting off the field and giving your offense another shot.
So for Crimson Cliffs, coming out of the halftime break, 16-0, do you think maybe they're thinking, hey, why is our offense not scoring more? Why didn't we score outside of those first 5 minutes? Or do you think they're thinking, hey, this is where we want to be against this kind of a defense?
I think they're thinking this is exactly where they want to be. I mean, when Crimson Cliffs is on the field, sure, they may not be scoring. They may not have 28 points right now, but it just seems like everything's going their way. And Green Canyon hasn't necessarily had an answer. Like you said, though, it is only 16-0, and that is comebackable. I don't know if that's a word. It is now, but Green Canyon can definitely come back. But if you look at it, they've got to tighten the ship down. They got to play clean, and they got to play smart. And if you're Crimson Cliffs, you're probably thinking, man, if we can just keep making Peyton Wilson run for his life, the turf monster's going to get him, or we're going to get him. And it's just forcing Green Canyon to just punt the ball left and right, and they haven't had much of an opportunity to march down the field.
So I'm just watching Caleb Butterfield taking some warm-up field goals out there. He just hit a 35-yarder that would have been good from 55, I think. So I maybe they start to use the kicker a little bit more. That's one of the things that I'm going to turn back to at the first half is that drive where you get down in the red zone to the 8-yard line, you go for it on fourth down. This could be a 16-3 ball game right now, and a 2-score game would put you in the lead. However, now you have to convert 2 2-point conversions just to tie things up. I'm not a coach. I don't get paid to make those decisions, and thank goodness for that. But you definitely, looking at that goose egg up on the scoreboard, you definitely wish that was not a goose egg. So we'll see what is going to happen coming out of this halftime break. Now, Adam, you and I talked about last week against Park City defensive turnovers. That seems to have been Green Canyon's bread and butter this season. That's how they get those momentum shifts. That's how they get themselves back into the game. We haven't seen one yet from them today. We saw one from Crimson Cliffs on that fumble created off of Ethan Cutler in the opening drive. I think we're going to need to see maybe one, maybe two, maybe three from Green Canyon if they want to keep this interesting, because they've got to get that ball out of the hands of Steel Bourbon.
Yeah, you got to get those turnovers. Like you said, the turnover battle has been so crucial for Green Canyon, and they've had tons of success with it. As a coaching staff or as fans, you never want your team to be built around turnovers because those are such fickle things. But so far, Green Canyons, they've had a lot of success with it all season long. It is something that they've been able to count on. So far today, we haven't seen it. We've maybe seen an opportunity or two that was close, but like you had said, they haven't had that turnover yet. If we have one early in the second half, that might be the thing that turns the tide. I think both me and you agree this first opening offensive drive is super crucial. You got to get something out of it. You got to get some sort of positive energy on the scoreboard instead of having that big fat goose egg. If we go 3 and out this opening drive and Crimson Cliffs takes it and scores again, it's going to be an awfully long second half.
Well, just about 2 minutes to go before the teams take the field once again. We're going to take one final break here at halftime. Before we kick things off for the third quarter, Green Canyon will have the ball when we come out of the halftime break. We'll see what they can do with it. They're going to need to score to keep this game interesting, like you said, Adam. If they don't, this could be a done deal. Stay with us here on 100.9 Light FM for the end of the 4A football season. Green Canyon playing in their first state title game ever under new head coach JT Tawile'ili. We'll be right back.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
Good news for all school teachers and students. Logan Cash Rich Credit Union is offering ultra-low interest rates on auto loans and more. Plus, they pay school students for good grades. Inquire at Logan Cash Rich Credit Union. Member-focused, goal-driven.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays. Witness their indestructible products online at castelite.com.
Green Canyon High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Here come the Mustangs back out onto the field here at Rice Eccles Stadium at the University of Utah. 24 more minutes remain in the 4A football season. Crimson Cliffs leads the way 16-0 after that first half, but Green Canyon student section in the blackouts are really trying to get their team in the game. I'm Stockton Jewkes. I'm joined by Adam Loertscher, as always this season, and Dewey Egan has made his way back down to the 5-yard line. He's going to look to run this one as far as he can. 12 minutes on the clock, and back to kick. That's number 39, Ty Ottenschott. Waiting on the whistle. Here we go. One more half remaining. This is a kick off to the far right side of the kicking formation. Egan can't get to it, and it's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. 80 yards coming up for Green Canyon's offense. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20. Let's see what JT has up his sleeve.
Yeah, Crimson Cliffs did a really good job. They know the scouting report. They know keep it out of Dewey's hands on a return. Far side, touchback, anything. And so now instead of seeing what Dewey could do with the return, starting out of the 20, interested to see how aggressive Coach JT has his offense come out of the gate.
Peyton Wilson, the junior quarterback, motions a receiver across. It's a fake on the jet sweep. Now they'll hand it off directly to Oates, and Oates is going to lose a yard. Back to the 19 here. The run defense swarming the ball on that one. It'll make it 2nd and 11. Green Canyon moving left to right on your radio dial, north to south here to open this second half. Farron comes into the game for Oates. Wilson's going to be joined by Cutler in the backfield to his right. One receiver on the left, 2 to the right. Now Wilson, it's a quick screen to Cutler, and he drops it. He's going to have to fall on this one. A backwards pass. No, they're going to call it an incompletion. It was forward by maybe a yard. Cutler just could not haul that one in. Yeah. That's a killer. He had the blockers, too.
Yeah, absolutely. You look at it. I want to see a replay. It just looked like he took his eyes off the ball at the last second, wasn't able to bring it in. And like you said, he had blockers. Definitely could have got some solid positive yardage out of it, making a 3rd and manageable. Instead, it's 3rd and long.
3rd and 11. Wilson's got Cutler directly behind now. 2 receivers stacked on either side. From the left hash mark, Wilson takes the snap, looking to throw. Pocket collapses, and Wilson is sacked.
Oh, man, not how you wanted to start out at all.
Wilson was driven to the ground there by the defensive line of Crimson Cliffs, and he is not getting up. Definitely seemed a little bit excessive there from the Mustangs defensive line, but you got to finish the tackles. Wilson is, that was not Wilson. That was Joe Rubio on the offensive line who was slow to get up. Rubio must have gotten caught up in the blocks there.
Yeah, I think he was right behind Wilson trying to push him forward, and he got landed on funny. I think that's exactly what happened.
So now Farron's going to be punting this one away from the 1 yard line on the far side hash mark. Better snap this time. Farron gets the punt away. It's spinning end over end. It'll bounce at the 50, scooped up at the 44. A couple good moves there from the return man Christensen across midfield and finally taken down at the 48.
Yeah, good return, good catch. It was an end-over-end punt, and those are often really hard to wrangle down, especially when they take a bounce. Crimson Cliffs starting out decent field position.
The Wolves think they're a little further back than they actually are. It's going to be a 48-yard field here for Steele Barbin and company, and a touchdown here could put this one away. 3 receivers out right, 1 out left. Christensen right behind Barbin. It's going to be a fake handoff and a screen pass out to the right to West. West makes a couple moves down the right sideline. It's a first down, gain of 12.
Tyler West, number 14, he's been a go-to receiver all game long. He's had a lot of success, and he's got a lot of speed. Once he finds that edge, he is hard to get down unless you're using the out-of-bounds line for you.
36-yard line now on the 1st and 10 from the far side hash mark. Steele Barbin brings Christensen to his right. Now he's going to motion West across the formation. He's going to flip it to him on the jet sweep. West is going to pick up about 5 yards there down to the 31. Lots of speed there from Tyler West. Green Canyon just outmatched on speed today.
Yeah, it's a really good way to put it. And just haven't been as physical. You know, you look at the offensive line for the Cliffs and the Mustangs, and they've just been solid all game long. This defensive line of Green Canyon hasn't had an answer.
2nd and 5, 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Still 16-0 Crimson Cliffs with a chance to make it a 3-score game. Barbin, Christensen to his left. 3 receivers out left, 1 out right. Now he'll look to throw to his left. Pocket collapsing, and he's sacked. Once again, Colin Gibson gets home. Second sack of the day there for number 12, Colin Gibson. It's going to be a loss of 4. Back to the 35 now for Crimson Cliffs. Makes it 3rd and 9.
Colin Gibson did a really good job of shaking his blocker. Just hit him hard. Knocked the offensive lineman down, and he was just able to have a red carpet all the way to Steele Barbin.
Barbin has Christensen directly behind, 2 receivers to either side. From the right side hash mark as Crimson Cliffs works right to left, south to north. Now he'll move Christensen to the right, and a timeout called by Crimson Cliffs. They didn't get that formation ready in time, and they avoid the delay of game just barely. Clock stops with 9 minutes and a second remaining. A reminder, it's 3rd and 9 from the 35 as the teams meet in their respective huddles. Coming up next here at Rice Eccles Stadium, it's the 6A state championship game between Corner Canyon, led by Isaac Wilson, younger brother of one Zach Wilson, and Skyridge. Skyridge beat American Fork, who were largely favored to make that state title game, and they handled them in the semifinals last weekend.
There's a lot of good football here in the state of Utah. You know, if you're not doing anything on your Friday afternoon, don't be afraid to turn on that game. Corner Canyon is an explosive offensive team, and they're fun to watch. So if you got nothing else better to do, might as well throw in a good high school football game for a state championship.
9 minutes and 1 second on the clock here. Crimson Cliffs with a 3rd and 9, 35 yards from the end zone. it's been a dominant performance really for Crimson Cliffs. There's been a couple of flashes for Green Canyon where they found some first downs, but really first downs is the best stat you can point to for them today. It's just been a real struggle down there for the Wolves today.
Yeah, rough sailing, like you had said. It's hard to find any of those things that you can really hang your hat on. You know, it is 16-0. Crimson Cliffs is marching down the field, but you just gotta find something that's going to click for you, and they just haven't found it just yet.
Here we go. Barbin in the gun. He's got Christensen to his right. 3 receivers out left and 1 out right. He's looking to throw. Check down here to Christensen. He is met at the line of scrimmage and taken down inbounds at the 35, but the tackler, oh no, Will Wheatley is down on the far side of the field.
Injury bug against Green Canyon.
Wheatley is up, and he is limping a little bit. Looks a little bit uncomfortable, but not that much. You know, I think that might just be a hyperextension.
Yeah, a little bruise here or there. It's been rough to see, because you've seen a lot of really good Green Canyon players have to sit out a couple reps just because of, you know, injury or whatever. It's kind of been rough to see all game long.
So Wheatley will come off the field because the clock was stopped for him. And now the clock will continue to run again. Barbin comes back onto the field. He's going to have Christensen in the backfield. It's 4th down and 9 from the 35. Christensen moves to the right. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Barbin looking to throw. Running out of time now, scrambling, and that's incomplete. Great coverage on the play by Tanner Farron. And a turnover on downs at the 35 for Green Canyon, just what the doctor ordered, Adam.
Absolutely. Man alive, you needed that desperately. If they had converted on that, I probably would have said, that's game. All right, that's fun. Let's see how the rest of this plays out. But now you've got 8 minutes left in this third quarter. Your offense is back out on the field. Just got to let them know, hey, let's just play smart. Let's play good. Let's find the weak spots of this defense, whether that be on the outside, whether that be in the middle of the zone that they're playing. They're playing awfully tight. Let's see some speed down the sidelines and see if you can catch them off guard here.
Wilson alone in the backfield, 3 receivers right, 2 left with 8:22 remaining in the third quarter. It's a quick screen to Eric Oates. Oates has some blockers. He's going to gain 4 there. Now they're only going to give him 3 to the 38. 2nd and 7 now. Oates is going to come to the sideline to get the play call.
Although those screen passes, they can be broken out for big chunk plays. You look at them, you probably think, you know, is it really worth the 3-4 yards you get out of it? I think it is, because you're getting Peyton Wilson those reps, warming up his arm, and maybe when the opportunity arises, you can take a shot down the field.
Wilson takes the snap. He's going to hand this one off up the middle to Oates. Oates trying to find some space, and he's taken down about half a yard short of the line. Just unable to get through those tackles and not getting the blocking today.
Yeah, absolutely. Those blocks haven't been there that he's had and probably comfortable with. But also credit to Crimson Cliffs. Their defensive line has been wreaking havoc. The linebackers who are just behind them, they are strong, built dudes, and they're able to bring Eric Oates down. That's not a lot of teams can claim that they've had success with that. Crimson Cliffs has, and it's been it's hampered this offense in what they're used to doing.
So it's 3rd and 7 now. Still from the 38, Wilson looking to throw. Pocket collapsing. Wilson takes off through the middle, and he's taken down at the 39, maybe the 40. Hard tackle, and Wilson is slow to get up, as well as a Crimson Cliffs defender who looks to be in a considerable amount of pain down there on the 40-yard line. We're going to take a quick break here as several trainers head out to the field. We'll be right back here on 100.9 Light FM.
Great Basin Graphics does custom t-shirts and creates graphic designs that'll get your business noticed. Amazing colors and designs that seem to jump off the t-shirt. Go to greatbasingraphics.com.
Great Basin Graphics. We made you look.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
It's back to school time. Booster Clubs, team sports, PTA, any school organization. Call the Logo Shop for uniforms, fan gear, club t-shirts, all customized with your school logo. They're committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
Good news for all school teachers and students. Logan Cash Rich Credit Union is offering ultra-low interest rates on auto loans and more. Plus, they pay school students for good grades. Inquire at Logan Cash Rich Credit Union. Member-focused, goal-driven.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays. Witness their indestructible products online at Castelite.com.
Green Canyon High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Great Basin Graphics does custom t-shirts and creates graphic designs that'll get your business noticed. Amazing colors and designs that seem to jump off the t-shirt. Go to greatbasingraphics.com.
Great Basin Graphics. We made you look, made you look.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
It's back to school time. Booster Clubs, team sports, PTA, any school organization. Call the Logo Shop for uniforms, fan gear, club t-shirts, all customized with your school logo. They're committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
Good news for all school teachers and students. Logan Cash Rich Credit Union is offering ultra-low interest rates on auto loans and more. Plus, they pay school students for good grades. Inquire at Logan Cash Rich Credit Union. Member-focused, goal-driven.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays, witness their indestructible products online at Castelite.com.
Green Canyon High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Great Basin Graphics does custom t-shirts and creates graphic designs that'll get your business noticed. Amazing colors and designs that seem to jump off the t-shirt. Go to greatbasingraphics.com.
Great Basin Graphics. We made you look, made you look.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Welcome back to Rice Eccles Stadium here on the campus of the University of Utah. Really tough scene on the field right now. The entirety of the Crimson Cliffs roster is out there on the field wishing their teammate well, as he has been loaded onto a stretcher and will be taken to the hospital, I assume, by ambulance, which is on the field now. Lots of emotion coming from that Crimson Cliffs sideline, but they look to be supporting their teammate well, and that's the kind of a moment there that's gonna really define this team. How are they gonna respond to that injury? Are they gonna finish this game out tight and clean and really just run away with it, or are they gonna be rattled here? And we're gonna find out. 6 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Crimson Cliffs leading 16-0. It's a 4th and 5 on the 40 for Green Canyon's offense. The field just barely starting to clear here. The ambulance still out there on the field. Taking another look at this play. Now that's a replay of a couple different defensive highlights for Crimson Cliffs. There's that safety now that they're showing on the big screen. Just getting away from Fair, and I couldn't quite get a number on the man down on the field there, but we want to wish him the very best from all of us from Cache Valley, and you just hate to see a career end like that.
Yeah, it is one of those things, the risks of playing football. You don't see it terribly often, but when it happens, it's a wake-up call, honestly, for everybody. These kids that are out there, they're laying it all out there for their team, for their brothers on the team, and for their families. And when something like this happens, you realize even more and more, how much this game means to a lot of people. And thoughts and prayers. I couldn't have said it better. We wish the Crimson Cliffs Mustang, who got injured, did see him move his head and his arm, so that's a good sign. Well wishes to everybody involved.
Offense on the field now for Green Canyon. They're going to have a 5-receiver look here as Oates goes out left. It's 2 left and 3 right. Wilson all alone in the backfield. Got to convert this first down to keep the game alive for the Wolves. Looking to throw quickly is Wilson. Out to the far sideline. Stembridge dropped it. Stembridge had the first down in his hands, and he dropped it. Story of the game for Green Canyon.
Yeah, the game of inches, and it just hasn't been going Green Canyon's way at all today. If you had those opportunities, to extend a drive, and it comes down to an inch or two, just hasn't been Green Canyon's game at all.
Mustangs take over with a short field in front of them. Ball is on the 40-yard line. Barbin takes the snap. It's a fake handoff up the middle. A quick screen out to the left. Tyler West has a good block down the sideline, pushed out by Farron. Looks like he went out at the 25.
Crimson Cliffs, the Mustangs, they're probably wanting to come out and exact revenge, and they're probably going to want to score a lot in a hurry.
Well, and I don't think revenge is the right word in this scenario.
Yeah.
It was a non-contact injury.
I guess trying to make the injured player proud. I wish we knew his name so that way we could give him credit, but I guess, revenge is definitely not the right word.
Barbin now with the back behind. It's another play-action handoff, and great hit by Paps to knock that one loose. It's an incompletion as Barbin went down behind the play. He's a little slow to get up.
Good coverage by Paps. Yeah, just good hit all around.
Got
Timed
right in the
just
hands.
Right. Yep.
6 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter. Crimson Cliffs with a 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're on the near side hash mark. They're moving right to left. Barbin now gets the play call. 3-man rush coming from Green Canyon. They might send Wheatley from the middle linebacker slot as well. They don't. Wheatley stays in coverage. Now quick throw over the left sideline. Toe drag caught at the 22. Excuse me, no, that's the 17. 3rd down and 2 to go. Line to gain at the 15. Crimson Cliffs back in the red zone. Barbin coming off the field now. It's going to be Darius Strickland in. Strickland takes this one. It's a read option and a handoff up the middle to McCord Christensen down at the 3. Another first down for Crimson Cliffs, and they have the opportunity to put the nail in the coffin right here.
Well done by Strickland to read that perfect. It was a well-ran play. Steal back out on the field for Crimson Cliffs, but man, if your backup quarterback can come out and just read a defense like that, watch out. Here we go.
2 receivers on either side here for Barbin, and it's a handoff and a reverse from Christensen. Now a pitch out to Steele Barbin. It's an incomplete forward pass. That'll make it 2nd down and goal from the 3.
Plenty of Green Canyon defenders were there to blow that play up on either whether or not the pitch man got the pass off or not. Good job. Everybody sticking to their assignment, reading it well. Either way, it comes up an incomplete pass. Here we go.
Now 3 receivers out right and 1 left. Christensen still right behind Steele Barbin. 12 on the play clock. Now down to 10. Barbin takes the snap, looking to throw right side of the end zone, and man is untouched. Tyler West catches the 3rd touchdown of the day for Crimson Cliffs. It is 22-0. I don't think Green Canyon is going to have a road back from this point.
Yeah, it's going to be an awfully difficult road if they do. On the replay, it doesn't really show it, but West did a really good job of just sneaking through defenders and causing this lack of coverage. Before Green Canyon realized it, he was wide open in the corner. Easy touchdown.
Extra point is up and good. It's 23-0 with 5:28 remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's the lack of assignment awareness that West was able to just go across the entire field and no one picking him up, probably thinking, hey, the next man over has got him. And he's just able to, man alive, he walked right into the end zone. Easy catch. Like you said, 23-0. It's going to be an incredibly difficult road to come back from, especially seeing how Green Canyon has played on offense all game long. Haven't necessarily seen anything that we can say, all right, we're still in this. You look at it and think, man alive, where do we even start?
I'd be surprised if they had over 100 yards of total offense today.
Yeah, that is going to be, you're absolutely right. Looking at the statistics, where do you look at and say what went wrong? I think a lot of it, the run game has been taken out of the game.
It's dropped passes for me today.
Oh,
There's
good, yeah.
4.
Definitely. You can look back on that, and a lot of really important ones that would have, you'd want to say, lead to points, just been incomplete.
Now here comes the kick from Crimson Cliffs as they kick off to the north end zone. That's going to take Egan into the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 coming from the 20. Green Canyon's got to score on this drive just to keep any sort of hope alive, but, like we were saying, Adam, it feels like this game has been over since the first play.
Yeah, I'm trying to pay attention to the body language of the Green Canyon sideline and players coming out off the sideline, and it's just there's a cloud over, a lot of heads hanging low. You got to have something positive come out of this if you're going to end this game well.
Well, and here's the thing, too, is right, this is a disappointing game, obviously. You get to this point in the season, you want to win this game, but they've never been to this point in the season before. This has already been a great season for these Wolves as a timeout's going to come in from Coach Tauili Ely.
I think you just got to remind your players that, it is obviously state championship. You want to give it your all right now. I just don't feel like they necessarily are. It's just they're too. Oh, what's the right word I'm looking for? Let down? I don't know if that's the right phrase, but they're just not playing to their full potential because they're beating themselves up too much, right? Let's have some positive things happen and let's get back into this game. And I think that might be part of the reason why is they're just beating themselves up. They're not playing their game because they're like, oh, if only we did this, if only we did that. Obviously, we're not down there and we're not on the coaching headset at all. But that would be something I would want to emphasize, like you'd said, is we've made it this far. It's a miracle season. It's one that we're going to write in the history books for Green Canyon. Now let's finish giving it our all and see what happens.
Timeout is done and dusted here as Green Canyon's ready to start their offensive drive. 5:28 remaining here in the third quarter. They trail 23-0. Now, at the very least, I think the goal turns into don't leave the stadium with a goose egg. Wilson with a back to his right takes the snap. It's a quick screen out to the right for, I can't quite see the number there. It looked like they were almost trying to run a flea flicker on that one, but plays blown up for a loss of 2. It was Dewey Egan on that screen. Looking for an option down the field, couldn't find one.
Yeah, on the replay on the big screen, that's exactly. They were looking for somebody downfield. Crimson Cliffs just blew it up before he was able to find a receiver that was open enough.
3 receivers out right, 2 out left now for Wilson alone in the backfield. This is pretty much how the offense is going to have to play the rest of the game. Looking for the quick throw. Now Wilson scrambles, get away from a sack. Across the 20 to the 21. Picks back up 3 yards. It's still going to be 3rd and long from the 21.
Peyton Wilson trying to start something with his feet. And one of the things that if we could go back, as I would say to Peyton Wilson, don't worry so much about trying to juke somebody or trying to stop on a dime and cut the other way. Use your speed and just go down the field. You're more likely to beat defenders that way because of how fast he can be.
Now Wilson looking to throw down the middle of the field into coverage, almost picked off. He was trying to pick out Egan. It looked like he had already picked out Egan before that snap even came out. Egan was double covered the whole time.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Why are you throwing into double coverage when you got Tanner Farron along the sideline who's only got a single man on him? And most of the times that's a mismatch because Tanner Farron he's a big kid. He's tall and he's strong.
Yeah. So now on 4th and 9, the punt team comes out for Green Canyon. It's been a struggle all morning and afternoon long. Things are not changing for Green Canyon.
Flip the field, gave your defense a fighting shot at stopping this Crimson Cliffs defense with this punt here.
Tough snap there for Fair, and it's a high punt. It's going to be really short. Fair catch at the 46. Inside of midfield here for Crimson Cliffs, and this is how they've had success all day. Is their defense holds Green Canyon to a 3-and-out nearly every time from the 20-yard line, and that punt always ends up at about midfield, so they've always got a short field.
Yeah, the Mustangs have had really good offensive everything, including starting field position. Green Canyon just hasn't been able to put them on their side of the field all game long.
1st and 10 now. Barbin's looking to throw over the middle of the field. Wide open receiver is number 18, finally taken down at the 35. That was Owen Peterson. Calvin Wallace on the tackle there for the Wolves. It's 1st and 10 now at the 35. Barbin's going to have 3 receivers out left and 1 out right. McCord Christensen directly behind. Barban takes the snap from the right side hash. Now it's going to be a keeper for Barban. He's got some space in front of him. He's taken down from behind. Good pursuit from Will Wheatley on that one, and Barban's slow to get up. A little bit rattled there, but he's back on his feet. 2nd down and 5 from the 30.
Yeah, he got brought down at a really weird angle and hit the ground, probably head first, but credit to everybody on the field. These are just two tough teams going at it back and forth, and obviously, the Mustangs being just a little bit more crisp and it making it 23-0 and just things going their way as well.
Well, and this is why it's so beneficial to have a school where you can take in transfers. Long end zone touchdown pass from Steele Barban across the field. That was a 30-yard dot to number 20, Luke Childs. That ball game is over, folks. 29-0 with 2:40 remaining in the third quarter, and you just heard some unhappy noises from the coach's box right next to us.
Yeah, I don't blame him at all. That was, if you're looking on the replay, man-on-man coverage and just the speed, catching Dewey off guard. That was number 20, Luke Childs, on the reception. Man, oh man, how do you stop that unless you put him in double coverage?
Extra point is up and good for Crimson Cliffs. It's a 30 spot for the Mustangs in one of Green Canyon's worst defensive performances of the year, and what a terrible time to have that pop up, Adam, after the kind of defense that we saw last week against Park City. You never would have thunk it would have gotten this bad.
No, and I'm trying to think, what exactly could be the difference between last week and this week. And it's hard to say because Crimson Cliffs have just done a really good job of exploiting every aspect of the offensive game, whether that be running. Their ground and pound game has been pretty immaculate. I mean, they're clipping off 4 or 5 yards every time. Their passing game has been incredible. We've seen 2 really good 70-plus yard touchdowns. Either way, it's been completely night and day compared to last week to this week.
Well, and it's important to note too, this isn't a terrible defensive performance for Green Canyon because it's still a good defense. You're just playing the best team you've played all year, and you don't know anything about them.
That's true. I mean, we don't play any of the teams down south. No idea what they're like, and clearly something's in the water down there.
That's a touchback on the kickoff for Crimson Cliffs. Green Canyon's going to take this one at the 20-yard line on the north side of the field. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. It's 30-0. You're listening to Green Canyon Football on 100.9 Light FM, brought to you by the Les Olson Company. Get your free network assessment at lesolson.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Wilson takes the snap here from right between the hashes at the 20. He is going to be sacked. There's going to be a flag on the play. I think it's going to be a hold on Green Canyon. And Wilson's going to be peeled up off the ground. That ball is back at the 12. We'll see what the penalty comes in. Still waiting on the signal for the white hat down there. Oh, it's a face mask on the defense. That's a break for Green Canyon, so they'll get past the 30-yard line on this drive after that flag. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 35.
Yeah, I thought for sure that was going to be going against Green Canyon and just add it to the pile of things that haven't been right today. Instead, move the ball down the field, fresh set of downs. Here we go.
Wilson has 2 receivers on either side and a back right behind. Looks like Eric Oates. Wilson takes the snap. Looking to throw out to the right side. Schramm has to go down to the ground to get that one. It's a short pickup of 3. Second and 7 now from the 38.
Those quick passes, they've got to take advantage of them. They got to find the soft spots of this defense. So far, with how, you want to say take the middle of the field, but they've packed the middle of the field with linebackers, and those are some heavy-hitting dudes. You don't want to put your receivers at risk.
Now another throw out to the right side for Hayden Schramm, taken in at the 43. That's going to make it 3rd and 2. Looks like back-to-back, same play there. Line to gain is at the 45 for Green Canyon. Clock is running, 1:35 left. Wilson heading back out to the circle. 2 receivers on either side, and Oates behind. 5-man line here for Green Canyon. 3-man rush coming from Crimson Cliffs with a linebacker. Wilson now rolling out to his right, and that's completed at the 50, across the 50 to the 48. That was Stembridge on the reception. Wolves across midfield. And a man down behind the play for Crimson Cliffs. A little slow to get up. It looks like just some cramping for number 6, Connor Kell. Clock is going to have to stop here, and so they will have to take Kell off the field. Just looks like a dual hamstring cramp there.
Oh, my goodness, that's the worst. 1 is bad, but 2 at the same time. I can only imagine. But like you said, Green Canyon crossing midfield, putting together a little drive here at the pretty close to the end of the 3rd quarter.
So you did get those free 15 from the penalty, but now 17 of actual scrimmage yards picked up for Green Canyon. You'd like to score on this drive with 1:13 remaining in the 3rd quarter. It's 30-0. This game is pretty much out of reach for Green Canyon. It's going to have to be a crazy, crazy finish to this one. But this kind of a lead has only been overcome once in the NFL. So,
is it impossible? No. Is it likely? Heck no. It's one of those things where you look back, a lot of things have to go Green Canyon's way, a lot of breakout plays, and those are just things that we haven't seen all day today. And so it's kind of hard to expect them to start happening now. Would I be opposed if they did? No. But it's just not looking very likely. Instead, you just want Green Canyon to finish strong, put some points on the board, and, be able to end this game with their heads hanging high, letting them know, like, hey, we gave it our all.
And this Crimson Cliffs team, man, you just got to take your hats off to them. They've been so good today. They've been so good all season. They're going to finish their season at 13-1. They went undefeated as Region 9 champions. And this is the kind of opponent that you expect to face in the state championship. Green Canyon, they did so well to make it all the way here. Just did not have the gas to get across the finish line, but still so much to be proud of. Here's a pass over the middle for Wilson. What a catch by Stembridge. 15, 10, across the 5 into the red zone. Stembridge finally hauls one in, and he's down at the 3.
Atta boy, that is what we needed to see. I wish we would have seen it a little bit earlier, but this is huge. Down to the 3-yard line. Man alive, you got to get something out of this. You got to get a touchdown. This is about as good as you've had all game long.
42 seconds remaining as the clock continues to run. 15 on the play clock. Here comes Wilson out of the huddle. Oates to his right. Dewey Egan out left. It's a designed run for Wilson, and he is smoked in the backfield.
That play was blown up. I know exactly what they were trying to do, right? Put everybody in motion, going one direction of the field, right? Catch this defense off guard, maybe have somebody open. But just as soon as the ball was snapped, there were defenders in Peyton Wilson's face.
And he's furious with his offensive line, which, you got to keep your head cool a little bit here in this situation. But Wilson, he's been frustrated with that offensive line all season long. They've not given him much time.
Nope, not at all.
Now a timeout's going to be called by Green Canyon as that play clock was running low. And it's going to be 2nd down and goal from the 9 after this timeout. Wilson in the huddle now. He looks pretty animated. You can't blame him.
Yeah, definitely. You want to look at this as an opportunity to score some points, but also you got to look at it as who's going to be the leaders on this team, right? Obviously, we have our group of seniors that are giving it everything that they got, leaving it all out on the field, but you also got to be looking at it looking forward. Who are you going to be able to rely on next season to be those team leaders? And, Peyton Wilson showing that fire and kind of letting them know, hey, this ain't good enough. You want to see somebody else step up and kind of match his energy that he has right now, because this is an opportunity to score at the beginning of the 4th quarter, have some positive vibes on that sideline, Because off that catch, after Stenbridge had that, boom, Green Canyon, the energy level shot up immediately, only to be quashed again by Crimson Cliffs off of a blown-up play. That's honestly been the story of the game. Green Canyon does good. Crimson Cliffs answers right back.
So the third quarter comes to an end here at 30-0 Crimson Cliffs. 12 minutes to go in the 4A football season. Crimson Cliffs 12 minutes away from raising that state championship trophy. We're going to flip the field here as Green Canyon's going to have that second and goal from the 9 now at the north side of the field as they make their way over there. Green Canyon football this year has been sponsored by the Green Canyon Booster Club. Green Canyon High School boosters support sports throughout the year, and they would like to say thank you to all of those local businesses and individuals who support Green Canyon sports and their student athletes. Football also brought to you by CashValleyDaily.com for the latest news, scores, photo galleries, and replays of tonight's game. Visit CashValleyDaily.com or download the new Cache Valley Daily mobile app, the Valley's premier choice for local news. Just waiting on the whistle here from the officiating crew to get this fourth quarter underway. Green Canyon in the red zone for only the second time today. Still with that 0 on the scoreboard, looking to change that in the next couple plays. This is definitely 4-down territory for Green Canyon. But at the same time, you might want to let Caleb Butterfield put some points on the board because, like we said, this game is pretty much done and dusted as Wilson is sacked again at the 15. Ball came out, recovered by Green Canyon at the 12. And there you go again, that offensive line just not giving Peyton Wilson any time to work.
Yeah, it's been a little frustrating to see just because you got to get your ball out to your receivers, right? That when you're down 30-0, beginning of the fourth quarter, right, you got to get your playmakers in the game. But if quarterback doesn't have any time to get them involved in the game, it just gets frustrating. What do we got here? Offense still on the field. Here we go.
So it's 3rd and 12, 3rd and goal from the 12. Wilson takes the snap, rolling to his left, looking to throw over the middle, and he's going to be sacked again. No blocking for Green Canyon, just has not been there today.
Got to be looking at it, I don't know how young, based off of the roster, I should have looked a little bit closer. I wonder if just youth and inexperience has played a part, but also you just got to look at it as they're just being outworked. They've been outworked all game long, and they haven't necessarily had an answer for what the Mustangs have been doing to them.
Egan by himself out to the right. 3 receivers out left for Wilson. Oates to his right. Here comes the rush for Crimson Cliffs on 4th and goal from the 21. Over the middle, looking for Egan. Breaks through a tackle across the 5, and he just can't punch it home. Turnover on downs at the 3-yard line.
Peyton Wilson, Dewey Egan linking up. I mean, good play.
I want to point out, too, beautiful sportsmanship for Crimson Cliffs. They know that this game is over. They're being very kind and supportive to this Green Canyon team. 3 of them just dapped up Dewey Egan there on a great effort play for him. And all 3 of those Cliffs that tackled him helped him up, dapped him up. Good job. It's one of the things that you love to see at this level because it can go to either extreme, right? It can go, we've seen bad sportsmanship this season, we've seen great sportsmanship this season. On a stage like this, to be able to swallow your pride and do that deserves some recognition.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, and that's credit to Crimson Cliffs, but also the coaching staff of raising good, solid young men. And we've seen it with Coach JT and his crew raising this Green Canyon team. There's just good men on the field right now.
Barbin from his own end zone throws the strike now to the 15. Breaking through a couple different tackles there was number 7, Caden Garcia-Casey. And now with 10:14 on the clock, the chains will move. Still 30-0 as we approach the 10-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Fall sports coming to an end for Green Canyon in North Logan, but winter sports are just around the corner. In fact, just a couple nights ago, we had a basketball kickoff event at Green Canyon. As that's going to be a fumble by Crimson Cliffs, recovered by Green Canyon. They tried to run some trickery on the pitch option. Green Canyon recovers at the 13. Calvin Wallace forces the turnover.
And the Green Canyon side goes crazy. The fans know how important that was, that they get that, and now they have another opportunity to put points on the board. That was just a bad snap that just went Green Canyon's way. First one all day long.
Green Canyon's going to get the ball in the red zone at the 13. Wilson comes out. He's going to have 3 receivers to his right and Egan to the left. Oates is in the backfield to Wilson's right. Wilson takes the snap from the left hash mark. Now looks for Egan one-on-one. Egan got torn down to the ground. It's going to be a pass interference. That was the first mistake today from Braden Smith, who's been lethal in coverage for the Mustangs.
Yeah, he has shut Dewey Egan down every single time that he's been matched up against him. A good call by the referee. Definite PI for sure. You know, in this drive, obviously we're looking for points, whether that be touchdown, field goal, whatever. But I'm paying attention more to the offensive line of Green Canyon. I want to see them have a statement drive where they're just clean. Like we've said before, like you've pointed out during your play-by-play, is it's just been kind of matadors letting the ball through and just sacking Peyton Wilson all day long. Let's see some stand-up. Let's see some fight on this drive.
2 receivers stacked up vertically on either side. Oates to the left of Wilson. Ball's at the 6.5. Designed run for Peyton Wilson, and he is going to lose yardage at the 9. No blocking once again for Green Canyon, Adam, and the statement not being made there by the Wolves.
Yeah, not at all. Peyton Wilson just, I don't know if it hesitated just too long. There was a very, very, very tiny gap that he maybe could have snuck through for a positive yard or 2, but just waited too long, had to bounce on the outside, and he was brought down by this Mustang defense.
That's going to make it 2nd down, and it looks like 5 from the 9-yard line. Line to gain should be it's at the 3, so 2nd and 6. Wilson has Oates to his right. Now Oates switches off to the left. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Wilson looking to throw. Scans back to the right side. No options. He's going to take off now. Throws it over the middle and throws an interception.
Yeah, he had time. He had blockers, but the coverage was just so good that he had to shoot out of the pocket, maybe to try to see if anything would happen. And, you know, I hate to be a pessimist or sound it. He just locked eyes with the Mustang defender and said, "Hey, you're open. I'm gonna throw it to you." When you look on the big screen, there's nobody there.
Yep. Yeah, and I heard a coach in the box next to us say, "Who are you throwing that to?" Which, you know, I get the frustration is starting to boil over at this point, but the point is there. That was just an ill-advised throw, and we've seen that a couple times from Wilson. That's something he's going to want to focus on going into his senior season is don't force those throws. That's one of the biggest mistakes that young quarterbacks make is forcing balls into spots that they just have no business being in. We've seen 3 or maybe even 4 of those throws today from Wilson into double coverage or into really no man's land there on that interception. But a hats off to McKay Wright making that interception.
Yeah, he did
right
really
place, right time.
Yep, exactly. Good coverage all around. Mustangs doing really well. You know, you look at it and you can tell that Peyton Wilson feels the time for hero ball, but he's just not quite there yet where he's able to make it happen. Instead, like what you had said, he's forcing things, and maybe him and his receivers haven't been on the same page. We've seen it kind of throughout the whole season, but I guess now it's magnified because you are in the state playoffs. It is a big deal. It just hasn't, that connection hasn't been there at all, and some frustration starting to show on this Green Canyon side.
Couple of Green Canyon fans are starting to make their way towards the exits here at Rice Eccles Stadium. 8:43 on the clock, 30-0 on the scoreboard, and Crimson Cliffs forcing a defensive turnover once again. They'll have a 1st and 10 from the from their own 17-yard line. You're really just in this situation. You just hope the clock keeps on running. Tyler West makes a move across the 20, now cutting back to the middle of the field, back to the 20, and he is taken down from behind by Will Wheatley. That's going to be a gain of 7.
Tyler West, he is a fast kid. Holy cow. I mean, he turned on the burners, and sure, he was getting more horizontal yards than vertical. No, flip that, vertical yards than horizontal, but, man, he is fast.
2nd and 3 from the 24. 8 minutes on the clock now. It's continuing to run down under 8. Barban takes the snap. It's a little bit of a bad snap, but he does get the handoff to Christensen. Christensen's going to lose a yard. Nope, they're going to give him the line of scrimmage. 7:45. Clock continues to run.
Want to keep seeing clean football on both sides. The last thing we need to see here is another injury late in this game when it's all pretty much all but done. Run clock run, but also, give it everything you've got and be able to say, yeah, I left it all out on the field today if you're Green Canyon.
Barban looking to throw over the middle. He's got an option in number 2, Noah Nelson. Nelson's down at the 31, and the chains will move.
Yeah, Mustangs offense, they've just been crisp. They have the explosive plays, but they've been more deadly in the middle of the field.
Now Barban hands it off to Christensen across the 35, stretching out to the 39, fighting through contact there to make it 2nd and 3. Clock's now under 7 minutes to go. Like we said, it's been a dominant game for Crimson Cliffs, but they're going to lose pretty much every name that we've mentioned today to graduation in May. Barban hands it off. Christensen fighting through contact through the middle, picks up a huge chunk again. He's about 2 yards short of midfield. 1st and 10, once again, Crimson Cliffs.
Christensen's had a really good game. Just the ground and pound going right up the middle. He's had great blocking, and that's what's allowed him to get, 5 yards at a time.
Christensen, a junior, is going to be one of the only returning Mustangs from this starting offense. Here's Barban, fake handoff, now throws out to the right side. Lots of space for number 7. Down the sideline on the right side of the field, there's a flag in the secondary and a huge hit. Well, not a huge hit, but a big push from Stembridge to get him out of bounds at the 17. Let's check on the flag way back at the 42.
I think it's coming back. I think there was holding by the Mustangs.
We'll see. Flag's been moved to the 45, which I would assume is where the spot of the foul would be. And everyone's moving back towards the original line of scrimmage, so I think you're right, Adam. 6:04 on the clock. It is, in fact, a hold on the offense.
Yeah, it looked like he had a little bit much space running down that sideline. Definitely that holding gave him lots of running space.
It's going to make it 1st and 15. Excuse me, 1st and 13 after the spot foul. Steele Barban looking to throw down the left side now into Pabst in coverage just over the head of Pabst. Incompletion makes it 2nd and 13. And there's a lineman down behind the play here. Slowly making his way off the field is Jacob Zarate. He looks to be in a decent amount of pain. He does make it off the field under his own power.
On that last play, Bourbon had 2 receivers that were in the general vicinity of each other, and taking the farther one just overthrew his man, which was covered by Paps.
Oh, bad snap for Barban. He mishandles it. Now he's going to have to scoop it up at the 35 and take off himself. Couple Turf Monsters try and take him down, and he throws that one away. There's going to be a flag there. That was a very unnecessary hit by Calvin Wallace.
Yeah, I agree. The Bourbon got rid of the ball well after he got hit. Man alive.
I understand the frustration, but you can't take it out like that. You don't need to risk an injury. to either party.
I agree, and especially with how well the Mustangs have played and how sportsmanlike they've been.
It's undeserved.
It really is, and I get it. It is bang bang, and you're just making sure. But
the Green Canyon crowd's not happy with that call, but it is absolutely the right call. Free 15 yards for Crimson Cliffs. We'll take them to Green Canyon's 40.
Yeah, just frustration all around. If that could be one word that I could give to this Green Canyon team, is just frustration, because they've played better in games before, just haven't found it out this game.
Hand off to Christensen up the middle with 5.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. That's going to be a pickup of 9 to the 31-yard line. McCord Christensen easily over 100 yards today.
Easily, he's had a wonderful game.
But it's still going to have to be Steele Barbin for the championship MVP for me, with a couple different dots to the end zone today.
Yeah, he's been accurate, and like you said, dots, dimes, whatever you want to call it, he's just able to put that ball in a string and just deliver it right into the arms of his receivers.
Now it's a wildcat formation here, and now the pitch comes in. That looked like a forward pass, and it was. There's a flag coming out. It was in front of the line of scrimmage regardless. That's going to come back. The pitch came in about a yard too late from Darius Strickland.
I was just laughing to myself. If the play was going to stand, which it's not, I would have just said, yeah, that's exactly how this game has gone, right? You have Strickland dead to rights. You're bringing him down, and then just right before he goes down, pitches it out. Bada bing, bada boom. But nope, this ball's got to come back. There's no way that they let this stand.
So still waiting on the call from the white hat down there on the field. Here he comes. This one is getting marched back. The spot of the foul was the 31. It is going to be illegal forward pass on the offense. 5-yard penalty and a loss of down there is going to make it 3rd down and 6. Barbin in the gun with 3 backs surrounding him. No, excuse me, that's Strickland. They're running it directly with Strickland. He's going to pick up, it looked like 3 yards there. Fourth down and 3.
They're going to keep their offense out on the field. Looks like it.
May as well.
I agree. 100%.
Strickland in the gun now. They've taken Steele Barbin out of the game. They tried to get the jump. Did he jump enough? No, he did not. .405 on the clock. Strickland needs to get this one off. 2 on the play clock. 1 just barely gets the snap off. Fake handoff to Christensen. He'll keep it himself. Reaches out for the first down and has it. Clock will continue to run now. Under 4 minutes to go. 30-0 Crimson Cliffs here in the fourth quarter of the championship game.
Hats off to the Mustangs from down yonder in southern Utah. They've had a really good game up here in Salt Lake.
It's another fake handoff from Strickland. Now he gets the pitch off in time this time. And a couple really good moves inside the 20 for Mason Topalian, taken down at the 19. First down again for Crimson Cliffs. The clock will stop as the runner went out of bounds. Oh, no, they're going to have him stepped out at the 21. It'll be 2nd and 1. 3:24 remaining.
Yeah, this package that Crimson Cliffs has it's a good one.
Strickland now throwing out to the left. A great catch by number 7 inside the 10. Oh, it's a fumble!
What are they going to call it? Are they going to call him down or turnover?
I don't know how they could call him down. He was standing up when he dropped the ball. They're going to say that was a complete pass and a tackle at the 7, but he was standing up when the ball was knocked out of his hand. I don't understand that.
I would love to see a replay on that. Here we go. Big screen. He's in the shade. Hard to see because he's in the shade of the field.
Yeah. Anyway, the play stands, and Strickland is corralled down at the 5. Hard tackle there by Eli Wheatley.
Yeah, tackled up high as well, above the shoulders.
No call. Ball's at the 4-yard line. 2:48 on the clock. Crimson Cliffs looks like they want to score one more time.
Yeah, score one more time and take all the time in the world and just put an exclamation point on this game. They've played an immaculate game.
Strickland takes the snap. He's going to look to run, makes a cut back to the left, and he is tripped up by Eli Wheatley in the backfield.
Eli Wheatley doing a really good job. Shoelace tackle right there. Keeping the Mustangs out of the end zone for one more play.
2:20 on the clock as here comes the snap. Strickland keeps it on the triple option. That's a forward pass in the backfield, so it is legal. And taken down at the 2 now is number 21, Mason Topalian. Clock will continue to run. It's going to be 4th and goal.
That triple option that the Mustangs have been running this drive, it's been they execute it really well. A lot of times at the high school level and most of the time in the college level, it's a really complex way to run an offense because a lot of it is just bang, bang, what's happening on the field at that exact moment, and you have to play it just right. Crimson Cliffs have been doing that. They've been playing it just right on this drive. We've seen them do more traditional offensive style, and we've seen them this triple option, and it's worked out really well for them on this drive.
Second timeout taken here by Crimson Cliffs with exactly 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter as they're going to think about what to do on this 4th down, but I think it's an easy decision given the fact that they're perfect on converting their 4th downs today.
Yeah, there's been no doubt in their mind. 4th down.
No, excuse me, they missed one. Green Canyon did force one turnover on downs.
That's right. I do remember that. Either way, it's just been automatic.
Skyridge waiting in the wings down there just outside of the south end zone. Corner Canyon on the other side of the field. That game is going to be an offensive shootout. Both teams averaging, I think, over 35 points a game. Isaac Wilson, one of the best quarterbacks in the country. He's going to be dangerous here at Rice Eccles next year on Saturdays.
Yeah, it's a good pickup by the University of Utah to snag him.
Going to be interesting to see what Skyridge does. Here come the highlights now for Crimson Cliffs. The opening play of the game really told the tale. We didn't really need to see the rest of the game, I don't think.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And, you know, at the beginning of the game, thought a little bit more Green Canyon would have had some fight. And they've had bursts of that, right? But that opening play just really set the tone for this whole game.
Field goal unit now for Crimson Cliffs. This is going to be a 19-yarder for number 39, Ty Ottenshot. And now a flag comes in. Something against Green Canyon, maybe encroachment. So they're talking with the Crimson Cliffs coach now over there on the far sideline to figure out what they want to do about this. I think they're going to decline it. Crimson Cliffs already partying over there on the sideline. They know what's going to happen in 2 minutes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, the game is all but over, and credit to them. This is their time to shine, and they have every right to celebrate. They have earned it.
So with exactly 2 minutes on the clock, the snap, the hold, and the kick are all good. It's 33-0 Crimson Cliffs, and Green Canyon will have 2 more minutes with the football to end the season. I think you just run the ball a couple times here. There's no need to risk any injury to any of these players at the end of this season.
Yeah, I agree 100%. We saw it last week against Park City. just towards the end of the game, some questionable play calling, and it's one of those things that you got to balance as a coach, right? Because these guys want to give it their all on the field, but at the same time, you got to be looking at it, like, hey, you live a life outside of this game. We don't need you, stepping wrong and tweaking your ankle, worst case scenario, major injury for a game that's all but over. And thank heavens I'm not a coach because I don't know how to balance that.
Well, the sad part about this, too, is you've got, probably 99% of this roster for Green Canyon. This is going to be their last game of football. This is a really tough way to go out.
Absolutely. You want to give it your all. You wish you had won it. And I know for a fact that this coaching staff is going to rally around their players and let them know we had an amazing season.
There's nothing to hang your head about for Green Canyon. This is just a really good team that you've come up against. As Egan takes this one at the 2-yard line, he's going to try and run it back across the 20, taken down at the 22.
Yeah, like you had said, just a really good team, and there's nothing that you need to look back on and kind of say, well, we wasted our time. No, you didn't. You shocked a lot of people around the state of Utah by making it this far. I'm sure you shocked yourselves. And credit to getting here. And you got to remember that you made it to the state finals. You are part of the best teams in the state. You belong in this club, and you got to remind yourself that, and especially if it's your last year, you got to be looking at it and saying, hey, we gave it our all this season compared to last season, and there's nothing to sniff at here. Wish you had won it all, but no need to beat yourself up for making it this far.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 22 for Peyton Wilson and company, as there's going to be a timeout taken here by the Wolves to avoid the delay of game. No, Crimson Cliffs is going to take another timeout. Minute 53 on the clock here in the fourth quarter, 33-0. For Green Canyon, this is going to be the first game all year where they've been held off the scoreboard.
Sucks that it's in the state championship, but it's your first game that you've been held off the scoreboard. That's incredible compared to last season. We bring that up a lot because that was kind of, what we were expecting, maybe a step or two better than last season, a couple games. But you're in the state championship, and things just didn't go your way here. That's nothing to hang your head on.
You know what? I've been thinking about this all day now, and I feel like it's important to say as Wilson looks to throw here on 1st and 10. He's going to scramble now across the 25, 30, spin move, gets the first down to the 37. Great run there from Peyton Wilson. I think it's important to say, oh, no, there's some hand fighting now after the play. You can't do that.
No need for that.
It was Trevor Peacock and Dewey Egan getting a little involved there after Egan felt like that hit on Wilson was a little too aggressive. Minute 35 now remaining in the game, but like I was going to say, we talked to Dewey Egan a week before the season started, Adam. I think you know what I'm about to say. Mm-hmm. But he told us, I want to make my little brother proud to wear the Green Canyon jersey, and dang it if he didn't do that.
Yeah, 100%. He is a big part of why Green Canyon can look forward into the next couple of seasons.
Wilson looking out to the right for Stembridge, who hauls it in.
Gosh, just when we start throwing the flowers out on this game and looking forward to next year, they start putting together some really good plays. Who knows? We might score. They're running out of time. They're almost down to less than 60 seconds to do it. If you're gonna score, you got to do it now.
Wilson takes the snap here with 55 seconds on the clock, looking to throw from the right hash mark. Long bomb down the right sideline for Schramm. Some contact there, but that ball was underthrown. Clock will stop with 49 seconds to go. 2nd and 10.
Trying to make something happen, throwing right into the sun, right? So when your receiver has to turn back to find the ball, they've got to be staring right into this sun. I think we saw it on that last play. Both players didn't know where the ball was. It just hit the Mustang defender before it could hit our Green Canyon Wolf.
2nd and 10 now with 49 seconds on the clock from just across midfield at the 45. Wilson looking to throw again. Wilson's going to take off through the middle, and he'll be tackled across the 40. Helmet comes off on a little bit of a late hit there from number 27, Carson Vaught. Peyton Wilson was unhappy with that late contact, but he's going to have to come off the field.
It wouldn't be a Green Canyon game without Peyton Wilson's helmet coming off, am I right? We've seen that all season long, and luckily he hasn't had a major injury to the head, because it's just risky. It's so risky when the helmet comes off and play is still happening.
I think Wilson may have just come off the field for the last time this season. The clock continues to run with 30 seconds to go. Green Canyon's only going to have time to run one more play here, Adam. Farron's going to go in, I think, to take the snap here. Maybe they'll let Tanner Farron throw a ball.
Hey, senior year, baby.
15 seconds to go, 4 on the play clock. Some motion, Shandon Thane. They are going to let Farron throw out to the left side. It's incomplete to Schramm. 8 seconds on the clock now. Wilson will get one more throw on 4th down and 3. No, they're going to hold Wilson off the field. Nope, here he comes. He was just getting the play call.
The Mustang faithful know what time it is. They're 8 seconds away from a pretty good celebration.
Well-deserved as well. A great team, clearly a great coaching staff, and a well-deserved title coming for Crimson Cliffs. Here's Wilson on the last play of the season, airing it out for Egan, nearly intercepted, and he's going to get a turnover on downs there with 2 seconds to go. The teams will shake some hands there. That's really good sportsmanship again from Bronson Plum. Hats off to that young man. Shaking every single hand of the Green Canyon offensive line and backfield, and the receivers as well. This is a clearly well-coached and well-raised group of young men.
100%. I couldn't agree more. Just the whole time you're just looking at it, and you're not looking at it and saying like, okay, why are you throwing attitude at the ref? Why are you throwing attitude at the opposing team? No, this Mustang team they've just been classy. And they're a well-coached team, like you had said. They know how to score. Their defense has been solid today. They're a classy team and well-deserved to take the state championship home.
One more snap coming in to end the season here for Green Canyon and Crimson Cliffs and the rest of the 4A in the UHSAA. There it is.
That'll do it.
Crimson Cliffs has won the 4A state title. Congratulations to the Mustangs. They win 33-0. The most potent offense in 4A gets the job done as everyone expected them to. No upsets today for Crimson Cliffs. Adam, let's go through some of our superlatives pretty quick here. Rock hard tackle of the game brought to you by Castlight. I think that we should give that to Farron on the shoulder that broke up that incomplete pass in the red zone.
Yeah, I agree. That was an absolute banger of a tackle. You had said it was a textbook tackle, and causing that incomplete and just giving the Green Canyon defense a little bit more life late in this game.
And then for the moment of the game today, want to go with the turnover on downs in the red zone that Green Canyon created. That was one of their defensive bright spots today. So really like to see them still have a couple really good moments. Then the McDonald's player of the game today, I'm going to give that one to Carter Stembridge. A couple of really good one-on-one catches, a couple of really hard tackles, and ended the season playing his heart out. He's going to lead the Wolves through the handshake line here at midfield. Really heartbreaking end of the season for Green Canyon, but so much to be proud of. And for JT Tawili-Ely, a really good first campaign. Comes to a close at 10-4 on the season as the runner-up in UHSAA 4A. Adam, you have any final thoughts for us?
To just echo what you've said, and something that we've said all season long, is credit to this team in turning it around so fast. I mean, snap of the fingers, boom, here we go. We can now be considered one of the powerhouses of 4A state football here in Utah. Compared to last season, where you were probably bottom of the barrel, maybe better than one or two teams. Compare that to now. There's a lot that you need to be proud of. There's a lot that you need to give yourself credit for, and credit to this coaching staff and just putting together a well-coached team. Wish you could have gone it all the way, but you look forward into the next couple of seasons. Yeah, we're going to be young, but that just gives us all the more time to develop and look forward, and we want to be right back here in a couple of years. Heck, why not next year?
That's going to do it for us up here in the booth. I'm going to take a quick trip down to the field to get some final thoughts from Coach JT Towley-Ely. Stick with us through this final break. I'll be right back from down on the field at Rice Eccles Stadium. Adam, thank you so much for your help this year. It's been great to be up in the booth with you, and we can't wait to see you next year. Give me 2.5, maybe 3 minutes. I'll be right back with you with Coach JT Towley-Ely for one final time this season. Stick with us here on 100.9 Light FM.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit adamswealthadvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
It's back to school time. Booster Clubs, team sports, PTA, any school organization. Call the Logo Shop for uniforms, fan gear, club t-shirts, all customized with your school logo. They're committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Logo Stop, the Logo Shop.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
Good news for all school teachers and students. Logan Cash Rich Credit Union is offering ultra-low interest rates on auto loans and more. Plus, they pay school students for good grades. Inquire at Logan Cash Rich Credit Union. Member-focused, goal-driven.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays, witness their indestructible products online at castelite.com.
Green Canyon High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Great Basin Graphics does custom t-shirts and creates graphic designs that'll get your business noticed. Amazing colors and designs that seem to jump off the t-shirt. Go to greatbasingraphics.com.
Great Basin Graphics. We made you look, made you look.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit adamswealthadvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
It's back to school time. Booster Clubs, team sports, PTA, any school organization. Call the Logo Shop for uniforms, fan gear, club t-shirts, all customized with your school logo. They're committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Logo Stop, the Logo Shop.
defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
Good news for all school teachers and students. Logan Cash Rich Credit Union is offering ultra-low interest rates on auto loans and more. Plus, they pay school students for good grades. Inquire at Logan Cash Rich Credit Union. Member-focused, goal-driven.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays. Witness their indestructible products online at castelite.com.
Green Canyon High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Great Basin Graphics does custom t-shirts and creates graphic designs that'll get your business noticed. Amazing colors and designs that seem to jump off the t-shirt. Go to greatbasingraphics.com.
Great Basin Graphics. We made you look, made you look.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit adamswealthadvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
It's back to school time. Booster Clubs, team sports, PTA, any school organization. Call the Logo Shop for uniforms, fan gear, club t-shirts, all customized with your school logo. They're committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Logo stop, the Logo Shop.
Hey, Coach, obviously a bit of a tough loss there at the end of the season, but so much to be proud of with this team. A beautiful first campaign that you've had with these Wolves, and just to come up a little bit short. What were you saying to those boys in that huddle right before you took that last offensive possession?
Just before the last offensive possession, we just kind of, we just had a chance to kind of look each other in the eye, and just like we knew that this was it. We're going to try to go make the best of it.
Green Canyon's never made it this far before in school history. There's, like I said, so much to be proud of this season, and obviously it's going to sting now, but when you look back at this season, what are some of the most proud moments that you've had as their coach?
I'm just really proud of like the fight and the battle in these kids. Whenever they got knocked down, whenever there's adversity, whether it's an entire first half or whether it's big plays, like they just found a way to pick themselves up and go and get back to work, and I just love that about them.
Now, we have a lot to look forward to with this team and with you as the head coach here, but you're going to be losing a lot of seniors. What are you kind of looking forward to gear up for next year?
I guess we still have a few young kids that we're really going to look at leadership-wise. We do have a few returning starters on both sides of the ball, so we'll kind of look at those kids to make sure they maintain our culture, and that's just one thing we won't be able to negotiate at all, is we just got to make sure we be ourselves again.
Well, it's been a great culture that you've built here, Coach, and you've got a great group of boys, great man yourself, and we're so grateful to have you up here in North Logan. a tough loss here to end the season, but a 10-4 season is a great season to hang your hat on. We're looking forward to a lot more out of you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Stockton. I appreciate it.
That's going to do it for us here from Rice Eccles Stadium and for Green Canyon football this season. Thank you so much for tuning in with us all year long. On behalf of my partner, Adam Loertscher, and everyone at the Cache Valley Media Group, thank you so much for your support of these Wolves. These boys deserve all the love and support in the world, and they have played their hearts out this year. Hats off to them. It is certainly a time that you should be proud to be a Green Canyon Wolf, and you should be proud to wear that jersey. I'm Stockton Jewkes, signing off for football this year from Rice Eccles Stadium on behalf of the Cache Valley Media Group, but we will see you on Tuesday night for the opener for Green Canyon basketball. Cannot wait to see you then. Capping off a great season, this is Stockton Jewkes signing off.
This Green Canyon Wolves broadcast has been a presentation of 100.9 Light FM and CacheValleyDaily.com. Made possible by the support of our sponsors, Adams Wealth Advisors, Great Basin Graphics, McDonald's, Logo Shop, Advanced Heating